Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We have got a game, New South Wales versus Queensland, always a tough rivalry between these two teams. New South Wales have improved greatly coming off a win from over South Australia recently, and the Queensland boys are rolling on as the current national champions. The captains are walking onto the field as we speak. I'm in the box with Nathan Long today, and let me tell you, two better faces for radio you won't find.
Absolutely, Mike. It's I'm definitely a career radio guy with the way this looks at the moment. The best thing about doing commentary when you're not on screen, you don't actually have to shave or sometimes even shower.
And let me tell you, folks, the shower comment was not a joke. I can smell him, and I'm the other end of the box.
Don't be so cruel, mate. I mean, I gave myself, I walked out in the rain yesterday, so that counts as a shower, doesn't it?
It does count. Nathan, how do you think things are going to pan out today?
Look, I think this could be a tight game early on, just because the way New South Wales sort of try and play mistake-free football, or they try to and grind it out. But look, to be perfectly honest, I think even this place is full of New South Wales supporters, I think you'll agree Queensland are definitely favourites. I've got them as 14-point favourites, to be honest. I just think with their with their offence, they've got a bit too much punch. I mean, what's going to dictate this game is how well the New South Wales defence can play. If they can force turnovers and frustrate Queensland and keep them out of the end zone, that's going to really set things up. The offence has it's a ball control offence. New South Wales is an option offence, as you and Pete Toss pointed out last week. So it's not type of offence that's going to put up 40 points on a really good defence. So yeah, I think that's how it's going to play out. I think it's going to be New South Wales defence holds the key to this. If they can frustrate and stop Queensland, that gives the offence a chance to keep it a low-scoring game and just grind it out.
I noticed we've got two different coaching staff. We've got one very experienced head in Coach Hollywood on the Queensland side, and brand new coaching staff on New South Wales. How do you think that will play out? Is that an advantage or disadvantage?
Look, I think it's definitely an advantage for the Queensland side. They've got some really good coaches there, with Adam Bolton as the offensive line coach, Francois Pasolani as the defensive coordinator, and obviously with John Rose just been around this game for 25 years. The New South Wales coaching staff, I mean, I'm a bit biased, I know them well, because 3 or 4 of them were on my team down in Canberra, University of Canberra Firebirds. Jason Ray played for me years ago, and got Jerome Russell as the offensive coordinator for the New South Wales team. Jerome is the next Division 2 running back. So he's played at a high level, and he's played this option offence. George Shippey, the offensive line coach, is an American as well. He was coach of Mark Lee, who's got now starting middle linebacker for the Raiders. So yeah, so anyway, I'll stop talking about the background here because it looks like we have action. Queensland won the toss, and it looks like New South Wales will kick off. So they've taken the option. Is that correct? Absolutely,
that's what it sounds like.
Excellent. All right. Now we are getting ready to kick off here. Now, excuse us, we have some problems early because we don't have the team list printed, so we're going to have to be referring to computer printouts here, which is not the most ideal situation going around, but we'll get there. So it looks like it's number 38 for New South Wales, which is Angus Robbins, who will be doing the kick-off very shortly. Here we go. I think we're ready to go here. It's a deep kickoff, and he's going to be returned here. Number 11 for Queensland, and they've done the opening kickoff, and they've busted it straight away. That's Darius Holland, and he's going to be pushed. He stayed in. Oh, he's just dragged down there by the kicker Robbins, just at the 30-yard line. So it's going to be a very, very short field for Queensland there.
We've already got some hankies on the play, folks. I tell you, Queensland, right off the bat, they have come out with a reverse off the kickoff, which caught a couple of the New South Wales players napping. Got to keep your lanes every single time. One of the things that Nathan and I are going to do in the early part of the game is just go through some of the bits and pieces and rules. For example, you just saw some yellow hankies go flying through the air. In American football, we don't just stop the play if we see something. That was an unsportsmanlike conduct, 15-yard penalty, something that isn't appreciated. So we're going to go back 15 yards.
That is going to be against Queensland. That's just turned it from a great kickoff return into a decent one. So it's on a short field here. That has taken back to the halfway line. We are playing on a 90-yard field because we're playing on a rugby league oval with posts cemented in. So yeah, so that's a bit of a key issue there. Rightio, Queensland are going this spread offense. They stack the receivers both sides here, so we'll see if they're going to do this RPO stuff they've done the last few weeks here. Different running back here. This is a young guy from Stingrays who had a really good game against South Australia last time.
Nice easy settler up the middle there. RPO stuff. What for our viewers that don't know the game?
RPO means run pass option. So what it means is the team gets up to the line, they've got two plays called. They've got an option for a run play, but the quarterback's got an option to pull it out and throw to a back, usually backside short pass and a screen pass. Because on a passing play, your lineman can't go more than 3 yards downfield. So it's got to be a quick pass. It can't be a long developing pass.
Okay, Queensland straight to the line of scrimmage.
And they've gone out with a bunch formation here. So bunch to the right here. And they've had to call a timeout here. There's obviously some communication issues. You saw a couple of receivers there, new running back. A couple of receivers there not knowing what the play was called. So I think they're going to try and sort this out now. Now, what looks like Queensland, sorry to butt in, Mike, what looks like Queensland using risk coaches. So what is they're using risk coaches, and Coach Hollywood from the sideline will call out a number, and everyone's got a risk coach, and they'll look at that and they'll go from there. So it reduces the need to huddle up. Okay,
just interesting, where each team gets 3 timeouts per half, and really you don't want to waste any timeouts. You want to use those in the last 2 minutes if you need them. So for Queensland to use one in the second play of the game, certainly is something that I'm sure Coach would not want to have done. But they're all on the same page now. We're back at the line of scrimmage.
Look, that being said, if it avoids a bad play or a penalty, you'd rather take second 10 than 7-15 if you want to capitalise on that early start. So look, you can see him using that time. 2 timeouts early like that, absolutely not. You don't want to use. All right, here we go. Trips receivers formation to the right here. Oh, battered down there.
Well, the New South Wales boys, one of the areas that New South Wales really stood up and have changed since their last competition is on the defensive line. They're very dominant and showed exactly the dominance they had.
Yeah, and that was a really, really good play there by Sydney Uni defensive tackle. That was Martin Ballada. He's one of the standout performances for New South Wales. Now, it looks like New South Wales they've gone a 3-3 stack here. So they're going 3-3 cover one at the back. So they've got 3 linebackers and 3 linemen there. So see if that presents any protection problems for Queensland. Short reception on 3rd down. That's going to set up 3rd and 4. Big thing here, Mike, is do you go for it this early in the game, or do you just take the punt, pin it back, and see if you can shut down the option?
Coming up 4th down.
4th down, I'm afraid.
On 4th down coming up now, this early in the game, giving the field position, it's going to come down to confidence. I'd probably have a bit of a shot here, given that it's early in the game. Queensland probably coming in with a lot of confidence under their belt.
They're punting here. They're bringing in the punting team.
They changed their mind at the last minute.
Yeah, I think you can tell Coach Hollywood there, Coach John Rowe, he had a real good hard think about it, and he really wanted to do it, but he decided, you know what, probably not the best idea. Play it safe in the early games. Rely on your defence to make some changes on the other side. So, right, so New South Wales don't have anyone back here, so it's going to be a short kick here. They just need to stay away from it, and that's actually worked out very well for Queensland. That's rolling down to the 10-yard line.
Oh, it's got to be a changeover on downs. New South Wales are going to get the ball on the 10.5-yard line going out as we change over. The 3-3 stack, that's something brand new that we didn't see. We haven't seen from the New South Welshmen. The goal of the 3-3 stack is simply to make the defence or the offensive players make quick decisions and make wrong decisions.
Yes, I mean, it's about making decisions on the line because if you've got 4 defensive linemen down and two linebackers, which was what New South Wales had shown in previous games, it's easy enough for 5 linemen to block 4. Whereas if it's 3, you know they're going to send 1 or 2 more. So it just confuses the line a bit. So
1st and 10, New South Wales on the 10.5.
So Jordan Okora is the quarterback here. I think they might give it to the big fella, Johnny Mau here. I just get the feeling they're going to feed him early. No, so hand off to the tailback. Can't quite get the number in there. Can you get the hold of that one there? Oh, I don't think I need the binoculars just yet. Number 13 there. That is going to be Adam Simpson, yes. So.
Looks like we've got an injury on the play. Folks, we do apologise. We don't have the team sheets and the team list, so it's not that we don't want to share. We've got number 6 for the Queensland boys is down at the moment. For those that don't follow the game, when an injury timeout's called, basically you can take as long as you want. Player comes out and gets looked at and sorted out. The only downside of that is that you must go off for at least 1 play after that play. So you can't just use it to waste the time or start the clock or control the clock.
Yeah, look, and that number there, that was number 6. We've just got a copy of the Queensland team list on a thing, and that was Damien Malloy there, he now's got to go sit the play off now. So it looks like Queensland, they're stacking. They've got 4-4. They've got 4 linebackers and a safety drag down as a linebacker. So expecting run here. That's Johnny Mau. Didn't really go anywhere, did he?
I don't even think we got any yards on that. That'll probably bring up 3rd down and 8.
That is definitely
New South Wales in a bit of all sorts as we start off their first drive. Mind you, they were in exactly this position, very similar field position against WA. Came out and scored a touchdown. So let's see if they go wide or stay to what they've been working with.
Yeah, look, it's good. It's go. Oh, no, they made it. I think they've given an extra yard there, so I think that's 3rd and 7 here. So it'll be interesting to see if Nakora passes here. I think look for the tight end here on the left here from the Wollongong Mustangs. He's Oh no, yeah, it's a straight drop back pass. Oh, it is a big tight end up the middle. I've got the wrong helmet. My apologies, folks. That is number 85, Akamamoy.
I tell you what, that was a very good throw and a very good catch. Catching in traffic like that, there was lots of players around threading the needle between the linebackers.
He's got right between the linebackers, and I suppose when your tight end is as big as the side of a house, you have a half a decent chance to get a completion out of if you put it in the zone. So put it in the money. Sorry. So
1st down and 10, New South Wales.
Alrighty. So sorry, I mistook our right tackle Christian Adams for the tight end from the Mustangs. My apologies. All right. That's a read option there. That was a bit interesting there, Mike. I mean, you saw there Jordan Nakora, he faked the handoff to Johnny Mau, and he stopped in the hole, faked the handoff to Mau, then gave the handoff to Simpson. So that's usually with an option you'll see them fake to the fullback, and then the running back will flare out to the side there. So that's a little bit different there. And I mean, if you've got your quarterback not gaining depth from the snap, then the problem there is obviously if you get a penetrating D tackle there, you can cause yourself some problems with the handoff. So look for that later on if one of these guys slips the block. All right. It is 2nd and 1. It's 2nd and 11, so it was a loss of 1 on there. We've got split back to the backfield. It's 89, the receiver from Sydney Uni, Andrew Gailey, going in motion. And they throw to him.
Very good yards.
Very short.
Queensland obviously following their cover down rules to perfection. We haven't got a flag on the play though.
That looks like it's a chop block. It's going to be a chop block against New South Wales. I think the right guard there, it looked like Harrison Cook and Tom Brown might have gone low, or it could have been Brown and Tom Armstrong. Steve Armstrong. And it was definitely a guard centre combo that did that there. So
it was an interesting play the way the motion came out. One of the things that is important, the penalty has been declined.
As you would. I mean, that's how Queensland.
In that case, it doesn't mean that the penalty didn't happen. It just meant that New South Wales felt that Queensland felt that they'd keep New South Wales in the whole 3rd down.
Yeah.
And
they trust their defence in 3rd and 8. They only got 1 shot at it before 4th down. Whereas if you back them up 2nd and 17, they might got 2 shots to get a big play.
Safety's sitting up a long way this time after that tight end across the middle.
Yeah, they're expecting a short pass. They're not expecting a long pass here. They're expecting something middle again. They've gone the option pass. Oh. That's a nice good little play action there. You fake to Mau, and he almost threw a jump pass, trying to go back over the middle to, he looked like a tight end / slot receiver there, number 12. And I will bring this back up as soon as the iPad refreshes itself. Apologies, folks. This doesn't sound real professional, but we're trying. That was Chris Ravlich, the tight end there. So that is a Bondi Raiders. He's from the Bondi Raiders in Sydney. UNSW Raiders in Sydney's East.
We're all Wolfpack players at this level, mate.
Yeah, definitely all Wolfpack players. It's easy to tell with the helmets, but... Right, Queensland have 2 returners back, so this will be interesting. And it goes down. Let's take. Oh, good work to beat Mitch Kirk off the bat there. That's a good sideline block there, number 52 by the Queensland there, and taken down there.
A very, very good run back by the Queenslanders, and it was good. Okay, there was some athleticism in the guy that took the ball. However, it was the blocking that was happening off the ball, and Queensland played live that got probably an extra 20, 30 yards on that play.
It was good work by Calvin Young there was a returner. Calvin, he beat Mitch Kirk heads up on the as the gunner coming down there. Then he got a really good block downfield from Terry O'Neill. A linebacker who's playing special teams came down and cracked one of the coverage defenders and got him an extra 10 yards. So it's that hustle plays off the ball that can make difference in the field position game.
Okay, little advantage to that field position. Queensland slowly grinding. Back for the pass, looking for the short yards. And I tell you, that's going to be an interesting mark. We might have to...
No, they're going to call that a first down.
Two referees, one on either side. And I've got to say, the referee crew from the national championships so far have been absolutely impeccable. Queensland straight to the line of scrimmage, 1st down and 10.
Yep. Okay, that was number 87 there. We haven't got a number for him at the moment, so we'll get that later.
Only one player lined up in the neutral zone for Queensland.
The refs have decided not to call it. And, that's a great catch.
I tell you, that is a tremendous effort. Just a simple little post route. He just got the distance. You only need 1 yard. I guess at this level, you really only need to be college open.
But there is a flag down. There's a flag down. I think they've actually called something here. ineligible man downfield. So they've got one of the linemen from being downfield in that play. It's a really good catch by Mitch Bessie there. Good throw from Thomas Corwin as a quarterback. I think. So yeah, that was a tight throw, wasn't it?
It was a tight throw, but I tell you, he was wide open. He was absolutely wide open.
Yeah.
That's probably college open. He was that.
Yeah. So look, Benny Lucas from the Rebels there. He just got beaten off that first move. Beaten for a bit of speed possibly.
So going back 5 yards, this receiver finally off the line of scrimmage.
They've moved the inside receiver there. It's a tight end now. Has moved out to a slot receiver. So we've got a trips package here. So that's I think that's Robbie Cork. Robbie Cork cut the tight end. Good tackle there by Marcos Delana from the Wolfpack there, that receiver there.
Interesting pass then. They ran what looked like a flood pass against man defence. So that, I don't know if they're just playing by the numbers at this stage. Easy yards, but they need 14 still as second down.
Look,
comes
on first down, let's not panic. You don't go the big thing, you just chunk. You got yards there. So, look, you've got a couple of yards there. You get chunk plays. This is definitely 4-down territory. So, look, you've got 14 yards to get on 3 plays. So, 5 yards of play will get you there, actually, from here on in. So, I don't mind that play call at all. That was Kyle Bowpitt with the reception, actually. Corwin steps and beats the rush. He's going to scramble. He's looking downfield. Oh, I think that's incomplete there. That looked like that's...
Yeah, I think that was...
yeah, they're calling that.
Normally, it was only last year that they changed the one hand, one bounce rule.
Look, Warwick Russell, he made the mistake there by going with 2 hands there, I'm afraid. So, yeah, yes.
Would have been a good catch otherwise. Should have gone the one-hander. Easy yards downfield.
You should have tried it. Big risk, big reward for the one hand, one bounce.
But now, Nathan, this brings us into an interesting position. 3rd down and 12, 13 yards.
Look, what do you think you do with this is they're going to send someone deep to have a shot, but if not, they'll take a check down. They might just kick the field goal and get out of here. So, look, they've gone 5 wide here. So Darius Holiday-Miller, the running back, is sitting in the left slot here. So
challenge for the defensive line for New South Wales Wolfpack at the moment to get some pressure on the quarterback.
Good catch
nice
there.
Nice ball, but short.
Short Warwick Russell again. He got it. But look, that's all. Look, it's 4th and 5. I'll tell you what. I think. Oh, there's another flag down. I think it's against Queensland. This looks like a holding or something. That's our ref. There is Brian Curry from Victoria. He's obviously checking with. It's against Queensland. It's a big thing. Do you decline it and go 4th and 5, or do you march them back? Personally, I would march them back.
Yeah, I'd be marching them back. Take them out of field goal range.
Absolutely, make him throw again. Get a chance for another turnover there. So we didn't get a number. We didn't get a number here off that. What I should do is I should put on the headphones so I can hear the referee field mic.
I don't think we can hear that, can we?
No, on-field mic. Okay, well, there is no on-field mic. Apologies. Now, a good production guys here from Jum Media. So, Bar TV. My apologies, Bar TV. I've just ruined the first sponsorship throw. So, apologies.
Folks, we got 3rd down and about 1 million.
Yeah, look, it's 4th down and Sutherland at the moment. So, or 3rd down and Sutherland. So they're running to the north, back up towards Sydney. Oh, look for the draw play here to Holiday-Miller. No. It's out of bounds there, Corn. So, look, good call on the penalty to march him back because that has taken him out of field goal range here. So, now what New South Wales need to do here is not like last time where they're expecting faking out everyone up at the line. They need to put a returner back there. And it looks like they're going to Mitch Kirk's coming out here for the Northern Sydney Rebels, or as one Wolfpack now. Yeah. Mitch is quite shifty. So if
Mitch has definitely developed as a player. He played for the previous Wolfpack team as a rookie. Shown himself to be not only a great player, very, very good attitude, but also a very good, strong leader in the team without having to say too many words. Yeah. Very smart kick.
Oh, he's got to block one of these returners. He needs to block. That's going to roll.
I tell you what, folks, that is absolutely sensational by the Queenslanders. They've got the ball stopped and put down. Had the ball rolled in the end. Had the ball rolled 1 more yard, it would have been a touchback.
It has rolled.
They have ruled a touchback.
If you
interesting if we could see that one on the replay.
Yeah, look, it did definitely roll in the end zone. They downed it, but you need to down it and stop the ball. If you down it and the ball rolls into the end zone, he's definitely a touchback. So, look, that's a call there. They were just trying to figure out whether it was a secondary movement that got the ball in the end zone, but I don't think it mattered. That's a touchback all the way. So,
why don't you change the settings?
Sorry? Yep, so we.
Yep. 1st down and 10, Wolfpack with the ball. They're back a little further this time on the 20-yard. Queensland showing a big cushion on this close side to the camera. Look, is this a 3 deep zone that they're running?
It's a big sack there.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter what deep zone it is when you've got defensive people all over the quarterback.
They have sent They've sent Damien Malloy up from safety there to get that stop there, and he's joined on the stop there by number 44, which is just can't get the number here, I'm afraid, to give the man credit, Sam Matautia. So look, that's Queensland are showing what looks like a zone defence, but I'm talking to the defensive coordinator a lot. They play a lot more man, so they look like they're disguising their coverages very well. So if you look here, it looks like they've got 3 across the back here, so it looks like we're going 3 deep. This is definitely a punt. Look, New South Wales, this is just get out of here. And for me, if you can't get the first down, just get out of here and punt safely. So that's Godfrey there.
It's going to bring up 3rd down at about 19 yards.
Yes, so that's...
Not quite the yards in the middle there that they were hoping for.
No. I think they were hoping... Well, I think they're hoping for at least 5, 6 or 7 off that to try and get them into a position where it's a reasonable 3rd down, but now we're looking at literally 3rd and 19 or 3rd and 20. So it's this is just, to be honest, this is just don't turn it over, get some yardage, get some punt, and rely on your defence to do the job that they've been doing. So yeah, Queensland are going 4 across the back here. So 4 defensive backs here. They're just going to play to the sticks and keep everything in front of them. So it's going to be a busted play for New South Wales to get here. They've handed to Godfrey up the middle again. Yeah, it's just don't get a turnover. Hope you can pop it.
I think New South Wales, the coaching staff have probably said, okay, this series is pretty much gone. Let's try and get a couple of yards and start afresh new. So they went a very safe option instead of going for the long pass, showing a bit of maturity in the coaching in that situation rather than getting a rush of blood and going for something that probably wasn't going to happen. Yeah,
look, they don't need to panic. The defence is doing a fantastic job at the moment. So it's keep it close and hopefully get the defence to force a turnover here. So it looks like we have our 2 returners again back for Queensland. That's Calvin Young again. And, that's a bad kick. Oh, jeez.
So once again, Queensland, they put the pressure on the New South Wales team right now just through good, competent play. They're doing all the basics well, getting to the ball quick, running hard off the ball. So that's going to bring up first down and 10. The ball's going to be spotted on the 24-yard line.
This is their best starting field position in the game here. So that worked out perfectly there for Queensland. All set up by that sack by Matautia and Malloy coming in there. That's big. So this is a massive test for New South Wales here. So look, they've slid Martin Bellada back down inside. Martin Bellada for Sydney Uni, a destructive pass rusher. He has wrecked many a team in the Sydney competition just by his effort and being able to get off the ball here. Oh, Holiday Miller up the middle. That's the biggest play.
Easy yards there. First down. 15 yards off that play. Nice easy carry. Just a little crossbuck play. Gap containment didn't happen on the news for the New South Wales boys then.
I gave the man a praise there, Bellada, and look, Bellada was one who got blocked well. He got walled off in there by the looked like there by the Queensland was Matt Ole and Tank Sinapati came down and did it. One of those two did it. That was right through that 2-hole there.
Okay, first and goal. First and goal means the ball is within 10 yards or less of the end zone.
It's a pass here. It's Warwick Russell. He's just short down to the one there.
He's just short. That's going to bring up second down and half a yard.
Yeah, look, that was the first time Queensland have run 2 backs in this game. That was the first time putting the fullback. Obviously, goal line situation, fullback. You're thinking run. Corners and defensive backs were playing off, and they took the short pass there. Look, I can give you now you're second goal from 1 yard line. Look, you just sneak a thing in here if you wanted to. But watch, look, I think...
Well, this is a test. New South Wales D-line, there's a lot of pride in these guys, and it'll be interesting to see how they stack up to this situation.
Watch for Russell coming in motion. This looks like one of their 2-point plays they're just going to run here. 2-point goal line plays. No, they're going to stay in there. Holiday Miller. There we go. Burrows in. Touchdown.
I don't think it is.
Oh!
I think you might be short.
Wow.
No signal.
Well, from this angle here, it looked like it was a touchdown. I think you got a better angle at the other end of the box for me. I'm at the far right end of the box. You're at the goal line end of the box.
Thankfully, he didn't shower that put me at the end of the, end of the box. Yeah.
I think he's lost half a yard there. So
I think that's the interesting thing is we've got a great bunch of officials under the direction of Miles Newman here, the tournament official supervisor, and the officials clearly all put themselves in the right position to make the call.
Yeah. So they're switching again here, so it looks like they might try it. It might be a fake lead to the left, or it's going left. Oh!
Okay, we've got a touchdown. I'm still a bit miffed. Somebody tried to cut some grass, failed in cutting the grass, failed in making the tackle.
That's Joel Donaghy from number 86, the corner there. Look, he was in position to come up and make the tackle. Like, yeah, we've had a replay.
We'll have a look at that on replay.
Yeah, look, it's a cross option there, gets out there. They've done well to go in deep. John, he tucked his shoulder at the wrong thing. All they had to do was take another step across, meet the chest on, and that's a 3-yard loss. Or that's a tackle at the 3-yard line. Now, he's the 2-point player. They're going, yeah, he's the motion receiver. Holiday Miller, here we go. He's going to pick a hole, squirt through, touchdown.
Touchdown, so that brings up the score 8-0 to the Sun Devils. Sun Devils take an early lead in the first quarter. Mind you, it's taken them all first quarter in order to get on the board, which I think they weren't expecting. I think they were expecting a much better result.
Well, look, I don't know about that. I mean, I was speaking to John Rowe before the game. There's a replay coming up here. So I'll just show you. So Holiday Miller follows the block in there, just squirts through. They got really good surge there through the right side there, behind Hitz William and to the right side, that's Ryan Glasson. And number 69, the offensive lineman there is, 68, that's Andy von Bloomstein. They had a really good push there, really good surge, and he just followed the lead block there through from Benjamin Goff, and it's a good touchdown. Now, I think Mike's getting some stats on whether this is, Mike, you've just been informed, this is the slowest score Queensland have had, is that right? Or?
Absolutely. In the whole competition, Queensland have been held up, and it's the slowest they've scored in the whole competition with our stats man in the box.
Miles Newman here. So
you'd be surprised at the information and how it comes in.
Well, look, we'll take it from where it is. We're not
New South Wales back. Very standard delivery. Queensland putting the ball on the ground.
They're trying the reverse as well. And Kirk, he's found a crease up the middle here. That's not bad.
Best field position that they've had. We're going to get the ball. New South Wales going to get the ball on about the 27, 28 yard line, depending where they spot it. Bring up first down 10. We've got 48 seconds to go in the quarter. Let's see what impact that has on the plays being called by the New South Wales team. I don't think there's any reason to be in panic stations at this stage. They just need to get their first down, and then they'll start rolling.
Absolutely, you're 100% right there, Mike. It's all you need to do is don't panic. Just grind it out. You'll get opportunities. So that's the thing. Let people mistake. You go down early. There's still plenty of time to catch this game back up.
The tough West Australia team found that if you just hang in the game, you can win it in the last 2 minutes, and that's exactly what they did.
Absolutely.
There's some yards there.
It's a good little surge up the middle there. That's good 4 yards. It's a good start there. Is that Simpson in there? Yep, that is Adam Simpson in there, tucked in behind Johnny Mau to the right, over the right side behind Steve Armstrong and Christian Adams. Now I'm going to try and mention the linemen a lot here because there's not enough lineman love in this league. Like people just think they're the fat guys who just make things happen, all right? But the simple thing is you win games in the trenches. If your line's not doing a job, I don't care if you've got Barry Sanders, like old school. I don't care if you've got Le'Veon Bell in the backfield there. You're not going to make yards unless you actually got people taking care of the lines.
I think you're absolutely right there. Look, there's no... Oh, that's a fantastic hit. That is what football's all about. Good technique, a bustle up the middle. Took a long time for that play to develop, it seemed. I'm not sure if that's by design.
That's Louis Barresso with a massive shot there. Look, that was a counter play. So if we can get a replay of that up here, we can show you it. It's a fake to Mau one way, pull the guard the other way. He just went right up the crease here. So that was number 66, Dylan Jones, the left tackle. Sorry, it wasn't Dylan Jones. No, I was talking about New South Wales. Sorry, New South Wales player coming through. Got the wrong number. It was, I think it might have been Blake Jones coming through there. Just didn't quite get the seal there, and it was 56. My apologies. It was 58. It was Harrison Crook coming across.
So
didn't quite get up the middle.
That's the end of the quarter, and Nathan just talked about the offense on how unsung they are. Troy Aikman, I remember many years ago, he bought all of the Dallas Cowboy linemen Winchester rifles.
Wow.
And you think about it. Think of the symbolism here. You've got a rifle for your boys to look after your quarterback.
Fortunately, you can't take the rifle on the field, mate. Unless you're watching The Last Boy Scout, then obviously you can take a handgun on the field. Yes. No, look, it's quarterbacks in the NFL, they take care of their linemen. They buy them gifts every year. Look at what Tom Brady's bought his linemen. He's bought them TVs, he bought them Ugg boots. I didn't really buy, he probably got given them as a sponsorship deal, so...
Okay, right. New South Wales got the ball at the start of the second quarter. The Sun Devils, if you've just joined us, are leading 8-0. 12-minute quarter to go, leading into the half-time.
All right, Godfrey Amagay again. Oh, I can't pronounce his last name, apologies. Godfrey's in the backfield from Sydney University. Good, tough, hard runner. He's floating out for a pass here. Nakora's flushed. Oh, he just threw that away.
He got outside the pocket.
Yep.
Play under NSW rules means that once you get outside the pocket, you are allowed to throw the ball away. That was the smartest option, even though it was third down. Because the alternative probably, because the DBs are in good position to get underneath, the alternative could have been
you don't want to throw
touchdown.
It up. You don't want to throw it up to Rustum Todd. You don't want to throw it up to Rustum Todd there in that situation because you got two guys all over him. So just throw it away, live to fight another day. And let's see if we can get a better punt here. It's back. They're going towards Calvin Young again. That's going to dribble out of bounds at about the 34-yard line, I think, Queensland's 34-yard line.
Well, one of the things that New South Wales are doing particularly well, they're being very disciplined in their football. The penalties, there's certainly been some big ones against Queensland at crucial times. Yes, they've got the points on the board. New South Wales are showing a very disciplined, very mature approach to their football so far today. Sun Devils are going to have the ball, first down and 10, the ball on the 33.
Now, look, also, you're speaking about that disciplined approach there. They're kicking the ball away from Kupi Ta'ala of the Stingrays. Kupi Ta'ala, he cut up the South Australian team last week. So, obviously, they looked at the tape and went, we don't want the ball in that guy's hands. We're going to avoid that. Rightio. Okay, we have got a tight end back on the field, so that's 3 receivers and a tight end. Holiday Miller squirting through there. That's a good 6-7 yard gain there. Just looking, he looked like he had a wall in front of him.
Great yards, keeping his legs pumping. Folks, half time coming up. We've got an interview with Odell Beckham, PT from PT and The Voice. He's gone over to America and he's going to be doing this interview live. So we'll hopefully be overcoming some of the technical difficulties we had last game that we did down here. But yeah, he's gone over live with a sponsor from our cup supplier.
Look, it'd be very, very interesting to see what Odell has to say. PT's asking the hard questions here. All right, to pass here. It's just hit the dirt there towards, forgot Kyle Bopit. Just didn't quite get there, Thomas Corwin. So.
I just have a feeling that they might have been on two different pages. The receiver running that little out route looked like the quarterback wanted to throw him on the out route.
Yeah, look, I don't know whether it looked like the quarterback was trying to throw. He just threw before he got his Thomas Corwin threw before he had his feet set, or whether Bopit just ran an extra yard on that one. So that looked a little bit deeper than what they usually run those hooks. So.
It actually might have been that his feet were set for the out route, and when he turned. Sometimes when you're throwing the football, when you're halfway through the motion, you can't change. You're committed to it.
Yeah, look, I know. I just think it just might have been just a timing issue.
3 wide set for the Queenslanders.
Yep, so they're going trips again out this side. Corwin over the middle. Warwick Russell taken down there by Marcos Delano. That's a first down.
Very good yards, bringing up the first down.
Yep.
It was a third down play. That looked a little bit more comfortable than the previous play. In fact, Queensland on the whole, offensive have come out and they look a little settled in the way that they're lining up.
Yeah, look, they are. They're starting to get in a groove now, which is a bit dangerous for New South Wales. You don't want to let them get into it because they showed once they get in a groove here with the passing game, once that's just going to cut Holiday Miller loose. I mean, I think he's got really quick feet and look, the passing game's moving, but I think it's Holiday Miller that's going to be doing the damage. So look at New South Wales here. They stacked 5. They got 4 on the line plus Marcos Delano down close. Another quick hitch, another good catch.
I think what they're doing in New South Wales for the whole game so far have basically been in the same defensive alignment, in particular distance back from the line of scrimmage, and that gives them the underpass. And you know what? Until the New South Wales stop them, I'd be throwing that underpass until the cows come home.
Absolutely. Look, I think what New South Wales are doing, they're trying to focus on, they're going to stop the run and take away the big plays. So, I mean, look, if they're going to let Corwin complete the underneath passes, if they're patient enough, they can have some real success here, I think. They're showing they're moving it now. Let's just see if they can keep
back
going.
In the gun this time. Trips left.
Yeah, it is a trips left again. It's the youngster Taylor in there. He's got to the edge there. Daniel Pearson chasing down. It looks like that's Delano come up to make the tackle there.
New South Wales showed in their first game and even last week that they know how to flow to the football. Their defensive package are very good. I think I would have just kept hitting the hitches and the outs and the little in patterns until it stopped.
Absolutely.
Until they stopped it.
Look, they've brought Taylor in there for his speed. He's got a change of base from Holiday Miller. Holiday Miller's got quick feet. This guy's just a burner, good in space. So trying to get him in space there, but New South Wales is definitely awake to that. So it was a good chase there through by Pearson. He didn't make the tackle, but he forced Taylor to go wide, which let Delano come and make the force play. It's 5 wide package. It's a different quarterback in there. Going to get the yards for the first down there.
So I think that's going to be pretty close to a first down. Just quietly, he got the yards reached out. Now, in American football, you don't have to have the ball on the ground. You only have to have the ball cross that down mark. Exactly what happened on that occasion, bringing up first down and 10. It's interesting that Queensland have gone away from their no huddle. Maybe that might have been part of the reason for the settled approach to the game now.
Yeah, look, it is. When you huddle up, you get into a rhythm. You get a rhythm. You get your play, you get back calm, get back thinking. I'm a big fan of rhythm, okay? I don't think you need... No huddle's a bit overrated sometimes. You want it pace to tire a team out, but rhythm works just as well. It's a bit more demoralising if you're using a rhythm and getting it down here. So Corwin's back in the game at quarterback. Holiday Miller slides across to pick up the blitz. Corwin, he's looking. Yeah, Bessie's wide open here. If you can get it, touchdown.
Tremendous play. We're going to see this on the replay.
There's a flag down.
Flag on the play.
This could be a legal man downfield again. I get a really bad feeling this looks like the legal man downfield. Yep. I think it's going to be looks to the left side there. I'm not going to see a replay. Having a discussion
the flag on the play, that is a very painful play. It's easy to turn around and say it was miles off the ball, but we don't know exactly what impact that could have happened as if the play was let go without the foul.
They've called that offensive pass interference, and now Miles Newman, we might need your nod of the head here to thing. As the wing official, that's Tony Connor calling it. His man is the outside receiver, isn't it? Yes, so I think that's a pass interference on Bessie, number 11, because in terms of the officials' assignments, the side judge here on this side, Tony Connor, would have that responsibility. So when that receiver goes downfield, he looks at that receiver and he would have seen that. So what I think it does is he's broken loose. He's got him for the pass interference. As Corwin scrambled, he's pushed off to get open back in towards that corner because he was running a sort of a post inside route there.
Post and running corner.
No, he was running a post. He ended up running a corner. It was a post corner. It was a double move. Okay, sorry. Mike's just corrected me here. Mike, I'm happy for you to leave the mic on and correct me, mate. I don't have an ego here, mate. It's fine. I thought he was running in. Mike's obviously saw it a lot better than I did.
Thanks. I think that the quarterback has had a lot of good coverage. We're back to the pass. Once again, he's gone back to what was working for them.
It's a good little underneath pass.
Extra yards of bonus after that. So second down and about 11 to go, maybe 12. But yeah, now what happened in that previous play, there was the receiver looked to be running a post corner where he looks to fake inside and then runs to the corner post, hence the name corner. And he pushed off the DB at that time. And as a result, he ended up wide open, but unfortunately can't do that.
Can't do that. That's why the penalty's there.
Good call once again by the officials.
Yeah, we've got a pretty experienced officials crew. We'll give them a bit of credit later on. So, all right, so it's 4 wide here. Quick out there to Warwick Russell. He ran a quick whip route. He went out and came back inside there. That's got it back. That's got some of the yardage back now. They're in a much more manageable. It's going to be about 3rd and 7, isn't it?
Yeah, that was pretty much the same play that they ran on this side where they seem to be on different pages. This time it works. They've got some more yards. 2nd down and maybe 7.5 yards. No, 3rd down and 7.5 yards. They're almost in field goal range if they've got a kicker in amongst the team.
Yeah. You need to see. Look, I think they do. Like from this range, might be on the edge.
I'd probably be looking for that number 14 on an out route here.
Look. Alrighty, number 28 checking as a slot receiver there. That's Grant Karawa. Corwin sacked there. Bellata got him, but I think it was number 90 there, Batuan Tiulu, who chased him out there.
Seems to me that if you're the defensive coordinator, maybe think of the most obvious play in 3rd down and go the opposite, and you're probably going to be right. They were making easy yards, just chipping away. On that occasion, they went for the run when it really was a passing down to get a bit of field position for a field goal. Yeah. They're going for the field goal anyway, which is putting a lot of confidence in their kicker.
Number 4, Reece Perkins. I think is probably just about on his limit here, so we'll see how we go here.
He used to be I coached Reece as a junior, believe it or not. He's a Sydney sider, yeah, absolutely. So
it's a bit like Greg Inglis, New South Wales boy, is going to play in Queensland.
Yeah, I know. Well, we taught him how to play, and he goes up to Queensland. Actually, both of his kids are doing very, very well in school up there, both with scholarships, and it's great that their mum has valued education so highly. But Reece is an absolute stud of the game.
Yeah. So where did you coach him at?
We coached West Sydney Trojans. So
when
this is going back many years.
Yep.
And I tell you, he absolutely drove me crazy, but I love him. I still occasionally talk to his mum just to say hello.
All right, Jordan Okora's about to get on centre here. We've got a tight end here, Buck Williams from Newcastle's out on the left side. Tight left. I think passing on the early down as well. Quick out there. Just off the fingertips there. Number 89, that's Sydney University receiver, Andrew Garley.
Looks like a flag has What we're listening for is normally the officials will blow one solid long whistle.
Sorry, it's a helmet came off, but you're right. Sorry, Mike, explain.
But if they give short pips, then that generally means that there is a penalty flag down somewhere, just an easy way. The little out route, then he curved it out, and as a result, the ball was thrown to where he should have been, but because it's thrown way before he actually hits that, but because he curved it, he ended up a yard off the ball, and that was that curve.
Yeah. Look, you need to make that cut a little bit sharper there. But so he's lined up tight again here, so they might. Oh, they're going to crack in. Got the sweep here, setting up the edge.
Inside block. Didn't quite get the inside block. Didn't seal off.
Yeah, no, not quite there. That's number 24, the running back. That's Jody Luisi.
Once again, New South Wales with a long third down situation. 3rd down and 9 for the Wolfpack team.
Yep. So, look, I think they're going to pass again. It's going to be a drop-back passing game here. Although on 3rd downs, they've tried to do the bootleg passing, but Queensland have just pinned their ears back and gone after them. So,
okay, look like they got max protection going on. Hopefully pinch.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what they need to just keep those strays away a little bit more time.
Absolutely. Oh, dumping over the middle to Buck Williams there. Didn't quite hit the mark. It was a bit of a low throw, bit of a hurried throw there.
I think that play right there in the call shows possibly exactly where the two teams are mentally. New South Wales should have had a go, and that probably wasn't the right choice of play.
No, I think they've gotten stuck off what they saw in their very first 3rd down conversion game where they hit it. But I think Queensland are waiting for that now. And look, you'd stick the receivers on in-cuts, wouldn't you? You'd make them throw outside until they prove they can throw outside. Then you change your leverage in terms of how you're defending.
Absolutely. Here goes the punt. Change of possession here. Ball up in the air.
Back to Calvin Young. Well, he's reversed his field. Good block there by Taylor. He's on base. This could be trouble. Oh, they've come back eventually.
Do you know what? There was a lot of Queensland players around, but I reckon just about every one of those yards came from the individual brilliance of the running back on that occasion.
Definitely. Look, it was Calvin Young who's a defensive back there. He should be a running back actually with moves like that. But yeah, look, that was. Yeah, that's what it was. I thought when he first cut back, you're right. He had a wall of red there. I thought this could be trouble here, but none of them seemed to make the right blocks. So he was just it was.
Well, with 5 minutes 22 in the game, it is the Sun Devils 8, Wolfpack 0.
There's an offside defence on the previous play.
So that's it.
It has to be accepted. A defensive offside on the defence.
Look There is an old rule, like if you've kicked the ball once successfully, don't kick it again. But I suppose with this one here, with that return there, you want to try your best to try and get on the field position game here, wouldn't you?
I tell you, there's certainly more than one coach right now that would probably think of a little trick play, just a trick hit to see what happens.
Look, I'll tell you what here, New South Wales, look, if they kick it to Calvin Young here, because Queensland are switching Young and Tyler as returners each time, they're switching sides. So Calvin Young was on the camera side, now he's on the far side. Watch. Oh, the rugby-style kick, and yeah, they're going to kick to Calvin Young again. And he's out of bounds.
That was a tremendous kick. I mean, on kick-off, you can't kick the ball out. It's an automatic penalty. Yep. But any other time, I like the idea of kicking the ball out because it doesn't give them an opportunity to make yards. There's tremendous athletes on the Sun Devil team that are going to make you hurt.
Absolutely. Would you sacrifice? Would you like a 40-yard punt they return for 25 yards, or would you take a 30-yard punt which goes no return on?
I know where my
simple
money
math.
is.
Yeah, exactly. You're spot on there, Mike. That is 100%. Look, it was.
But you know what? In this arm wrestle, despite the dominance of the Queensland team so far, more first downs, more movement of the ball. South Wales team are still holding themselves. They're only one touchdown and a 2-point conversion away. A little bit more pressed by the New South Wales guys. Maybe they've been told.
On the far side. Well, that's a busted play there. Something wrong's happened. I think it was an early snap. You reckon? Or
we got
offside?
A flag on the play. I have no idea what happened there. We got a full start.
They did full start. Yeah. Okay. Was it a false start with the centre or?
I have no idea.
Yep. So that's going to be 5 yards back. So Queensland. After that good punt there, they're going to be back in the hole.
Yeah, given the running back just basically went down to his knees, he obviously saw something wasn't right, didn't want to take the hit, didn't want to give his play away, which is probably a smart thing. But either way, it brings up 1st down and 15.
Yep. Okay, here. Holiday Miller up the middle. Got shut down by the New South Wales defence.
I tell you what, he had a zig and a zag, and he still didn't get through. He got a yard, maybe 2 at the most, depending where the ball's spot.
Yeah, it looks like Mark Toa there, just plugging the middle there. Just couldn't really get around him. Help make the tackle. Dan Pearson came up to help assist. Or was it Pearson or was it Adam Blue?
During the half-time show, don't forget Pete Toss has got that cross to Odell Beckham. Actually, it's not really a cross. Let's be honest. He did the interview yesterday afternoon, and we're also going to replay the Gronkowski interview from the last game during the halftime show.
Radio forward, an early snap. This could turn over here.
New South Wales ball. We have got a turnover.
That's number 90. That is from Sydney Uni. That's Batuhan Tialu. Yeah.
Well, with 4 minutes 24 to go, New South Wales have got their first real red zone opportunity here.
Yep, that's on the 19 yellow going in now. Batuhan Tialu. He has around the team there. He says, "You can't pronounce my first name, so just call me Batman." So I don't know if anyone actually calls him Batman, because I think he'd like it too much.
Let's see how the New South Wales go. For the first time, they've really got a little bit of field position. Let's see how the coaches go. Let's see if he's got confidence in the guys up front.
Yeah, I think you just try and look. This is such an energy shot. They talk about momentum. Momentum's a bit of a fallacy as a term here, but this one here, just ride your big boys in here. So it's like it's Godfrey and it's Christian Ghetto as the other fullback, and they're passing here. He's looking for up. Oh.
They had a shot. They had a shot first down, and it wasn't that bad a shot.
Look, it was all right. Yeah, look, I mean, it was a deep shot. He's throwing it as a jump ball, so couldn't get to the spot. So it's like
in the context of the series, it just might make the Queenslanders think we better defend the end zone, and it might make them a little softer and give them some yards. Yeah. They've still got three downs to get the 10 yards they need to get.
Although the bad thing is, if you're a run-focused team and you miss a pass on first down, the defence knows you're running at the next 2 downs here. So look, Queensland, they've got 4 linebackers sitting at depth here, so this looks like it could be a 4-4 defence here. Yeah. They've gone the quick out. That's a much better quick throw there to Rustum Todd. That's
the difference between that's a similar pattern to earlier. The difference with Rusty actually ran a nice flat route, so when the quarterback released the ball, he was running into the zone that he was going to get it. Those gold boots are absolutely doing him a credit today.
And as well, the Queensland lining up in the 4-4 there. It's 4 linebackers, 4 linemen, and the 3 defensive backs are all 10, 15 yards off the ball. So just take the quick yards, and now you set yourself up third and 3. So there's a pro set here. Passing again.
Ball.
Oh, tip there. Hit and set by Damien Malloy. He's got it in the middle. That's got
to be a bit critical there, because I tell you, that wasn't the pass. You'd be throwing. He ended up throwing into the middle where there were 3 Queenslanders just sitting and waiting. It was just a matter of one of them catching it.
They've got 2 inside linebackers in there. They've got a safety there.
Here goes the play again. Let's just watch that.
Let's have a look at it again. That play over the middle, that worked the first third down. That is a case of the old cliche, going to the well way too many times there. I did not like that call at all.
You predicted 2 run plays, Coach.
I did, and I'm wrong. If they'd done 2 run plays, they might have been in position to get a field goal. So I want to make sure.
Okay, Sun Devils with the ball, 3 minutes 30 left in the half.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Here they've got Holiday Miller back there, 4 wide here. Look, it's going to be a real dagger if they can move down the field and score here in 3:30. Yeah, Holiday Miller not going anywhere there. That's Dan Pearson again, just getting there, filling that off tackle gap.
Queensland going to very conservative red zone play there, just to try and get the ball out. I think they need to move that. What was working for them in that previous set of downs was short passes. Yeah, when they went away from that, they struggled a little bit.
Yeah, look, I mean, last week against South Australia, Queensland made a killing off that inside. That's that inside zone type play there with Darius Holiday Miller. New South Wales has seen that, and they're obviously saying, look, you're not going to do this here. So look, they've put both defensive tackles in the A gap here as well. So 2 backs, a fullback and the youngster. All right, that's it.
Do you know what? That's just determination on the New South Wales side. Queensland had a pretty good set where they could have got some yards with just an easy northwest cut, but that didn't happen.
I think Queensland tried that as a trick play there, because they handed off to James Taylor as the fullback there. They had Taylor on the left there, and if anyone's thinking, they're going to run to the right here, but they went off to the left here. So, look, that might be a set-up play for something later. Don't know if I would have done that myself, but it's easy to be an armchair critic up here in the box, isn't it, Mike?
I tell you, I have never made a mistake from up here.
Absolutely.
In
Well,
all the games I've done, and you'd be surprised how many I've done, never made a mistake.
I'd like to say I haven't, but you just called me out. I predicted 2 runs before, so I can't make that same boast. Look, it's Taylor in the backfield again, so I think he's there as a blocking back.
There will be no 2-minute warning. We have visible.
He's coming in. Oh, it's a sack. Head's coming off. Oh, it's going to be a face mask.
No, he didn't touch his helmet at all. I don't know how you could possibly think that he touched his helmet.
I reckon he did.
You reckon?
Yeah,
What's the clue? What's the
Look. It's really hard. You need to be a detective to see this, but I just think the idea of the helmet popping up and to the top gives you an impression it was ripped off.
I don't know. I'd like to see a CSI crew look at that.
No, actually, it wasn't the top. It was back into the left.
Back into the
Back
left.
into the left. That helmet went back into the left. So but now it is a face mask call, but obviously he didn't grab the face mask there. So a face mask in football parlance, a face mask is defined as a helmet opening, and the bottom edge of your helmet is a helmet opening. It's opening onto your neck and your head. So he grabbed that. I don't think he actually meant to do that. He looked like he meant to wrap up, but when you wrap up, you're taught to grab cloth, and you grab the first thing you could do, and that's
the biggest penalty you can give away in the game, 15 yards. The reality is the game is built for safety. The rules are built for safety to keep all of our boys safe out there. It's hard enough with the contact without going crazy, but certainly as we see another Queenslander line up in that neutral zone, full start on the offence.
And Bessie, he's showing Bessie got half a step just. It would have been
call,
tough.
and I find it hard that
I think they're calling this offside, are they? It's offside on the defence. That was a free shot. Good work there.
Gee, I tell you.
That was Benjamin Goff in the backfield, not Taylor there, I'm afraid. So sorry for that, guys.
Well, interesting ruling. We'll go to Miles and ask his opinion on that play, whether it was false start from the defence or whether it was full start from the defensive offside. So that was what it was ruled, but what really happened?
Look, I don't think we're getting Look, when Miles is here wearing an AC Gridiron, an Australian Gridiron Officials Association shirt, I don't think we're going to get a critical ref comment out of him, just quietly. So 4 wide again. And the Queensland, they're going to take another shot here. Batted down there.
Once again, the one bounce, one hand didn't get taken advantage of. 1 minute 23 in the half. Queensland still with 2 timeouts left. Obviously, New South Wales want to run this clock as much as possible.
Yeah, look, we can't figure out who number 15 there is because we don't have it on our team sheet. So,
for those that don't know the rules, in terms of the offence, what their goal is at the moment is to stop the clock without using timeouts. They can do that a number of ways. They can get a first down and the clock stops while they move the chains, or if they run out, that stops the clock to the next snap. New South Wales will obviously tackle them inside, make that clock run, make Queensland use their timeouts.
It's a draw play here to Goff. They've executed that well. Goff. First down, out of bounds, tackle there by Mitch Kirk, number 2.
Very good call, very good football. And the running back, despite probably wanting to step inside, ran out, controlled the clock.
Very smart.
Leaving a minute 16 on the clock.
Very smart play there. That's put them in 40. Now, Queensland have 2 of their timeouts here. So, look, I mean, if you got a minute 11, no, they stop in the clock. They started running the clock from minute 16, but it was most definitely out of bounds. So, it's, good run there. That's just they've been threatening to do that offset all the time. I've thought 2 or 3 times they're going to do that, and that's a really good call at a really good time to do that.
He was very worried about the draw. If you watch the speed, it looked very disorganised and took a long time to develop.
And they've gone the option to Holiday Miller. They've got him on the edge now here. Another first down there.
Once again, I'm not sure who's calling the plays over there with Queensland, giving his running backs every opportunity to stop the clock.
I think that's. Look, they've been running up the middle a lot thing here, and like getting to the edge there, that's a very smart play there by John Rowe. It's a different quarterback now. I think we've got Ben Stokes in there. Ben Stokes plays for the Bayside Ravens. He's a bit of a running quarterback compared to Corwin.
So we've got a free shot at the end zone here. For second down and half a yard to get, you've got to think they're going to get the yardage if they miss this play.
New South Wales
so let's look long. New South Wales a little bit bumped up. And there it goes long.
Deep, Bess is wide open. Ben Lucas has fallen over, and that's going to be a touchdown.
I tell you what, Ben Lucas unfortunately fell over, and there was no excuse, but unfortunately their feet. That's going to be a touchdown. That was a very, very well constructed play. New South Wales were just a little bit nervous.
Yeah, look,
in a time where they probably shouldn't have been in bump coverage or up close.
New South Wales, look, didn't seem quite set. It's a good throw there, and Lucas ends up on the ground here. Unfortunately, looks like they sort of tangled they tangled legs further back down towards the 20-yard line. Looks like there's a bit of incidental contact, which is why there wasn't a flag. Ben was appealing for a call here, so we'll have another look at it. And goes there, gets on the press thing there, gets past him, ends up falling.
Yeah, but there's no excuse. He just fell. He missed the play. Queensland has run good route. The extra point is good, so that's going to take the score up to 15-0 as we go into the half-time break. 58 seconds to go in the half. Don't forget, coming up, we have got the wonderful interview. We're going to replay Gronkowski's interview from the last game with PT in the voice. And PT is, it was filmed yesterday, but it's going to be a live, delayed telecast of his interview with Odell Beckham coming up during the halftime show.
Yeah, look, I'm looking forward to see what OBJ has to say here. So, yeah. Look, on that touchdown there, look, Best just did a really good winning off the line. He did an outside release off the press coverage, and then it was just the thing, he just got past Benny Lucas's hip, and that's got open. Then I think Ben's trying to get some contact there, and got tangled up and lost it, and it went down over, and that was, yeah. Let's
talk about the coaching, though, in that whole series, because the play caller on the Queensland side, assuming it's Hollywood, he gave his team every opportunity to control the clock. They controlled the clock at will, and now they find themselves 15 points in front.
Absolutely, it was very smart. Look, and they didn't use the pass to get the big plays. It was the two runs were the biggest plays. And look, and Mitchell Kirk here, that's good kickoff coverage here, and he's been stopped inside the 15-yard line. Look, it's in the 2-minute situation, the temptation or what people think happens is you go to the pass because you get a chance to stop the clock.
Do you know what I want to see here, Nathan? I want to see where the New South Wales coaches have learned from their previous West Australia experience where they needed to control the clock. I want to see them call plays that gets them out, and I want to see the running backs and the players out there actually use the sideline to stop the clock.
Yeah, look, it is. Yeah, and I mean, I think 52 seconds here. Do you just try and call 3 plays, exhaust the timeouts, and go in half, or do you want to just try and throw the little quick outs and have a shot, get a first down or 2, and see what you can do to get yourself in range?
See, I think I'm going to play out my first 2 plays and see what happens.
Yeah, look, I think the first play it definitely needs to be a short pass complete or a run play to force Queensland to use one of those timeouts
with
and get some yards
seconds. I'd probably not look long in case of the intercept.
Oh, and Garley's caught it in bounds here.
I think we need a medic. I've just torn a sphincter muscle.
It looked like he was going deep. Look, from that angle here to timeout here, who's it been called by? Called by New South Wales. Yep. So, look, that was when that ball came out of the hand, it looked like a pick six there, didn't it?
That's exactly what happened to me. Just need a little bit of help here from any medic staff.
Look,
if make your way up to the commentator box.
If the St John's First Aid guys get up here, he might just need a bit of an antacid, but he might need a defibrillator because that was he was definitely clutching at his chest there. And look, we thought that was going. Look, that was Goss and Kaneki there. On number 24, I was already looking down to look up his number to call the touchdown. That was
Folks, just as we're using that, just as we go into this timeout, we've got a wonderful crew here. We've got James, our producer, who's pressing the buttons. Mandy and Luke on the cameras, doing the camera work for us. Absolutely fantastic, first-rate job from the moment I walked into the box, and nothing but good words to say about these guys.
Yeah, no, look, it's not just up some person on the camera showing it, and up here we've got a full-on production staff here, and they're doing a cracking job. It's live even when you're here in the box here, it's like all the communication going on here. It's a bit off-putting, so that's why we're having to focus on ourselves until Miles breaks our concentration by yelling out the penalty.
How did you get a personal assistant and I didn't?
Personal assistant? Well, mate, it's not what you know, it's who you know. That's all I can say. I just
second down and 5. Okay.
Oh, it's a fumble there. Oh, no, it's not a fumble. No, it's a pass.
Incomplete forward pass.
That pass. That was to Jody Luisi there. That looked. Sorry, I just looked up at the end of the play there, so that wasn't good.
Stopping the clock. 34 seconds to go in the half. That'll bring up third down.
Look, I just need to thank Jerome Russell, the New South Wales running backs coach and offensive coordinator, for my personal assistant. Like, Jerome knows things. Jerome knows people, and that's how I get a personal assistant. Thanks to Jerome.
Queensland have got two-time outs left. If they wanted to, if they really wanted to, they could probably force the situation if they can get a good defensive stop.
Absolutely. I think New South Wales need to run here to get the first down. Absolutely. You need to get the first. Need a run here. And they're just short and make Queensland use the timeout. Yep. So Queensland will get 27 after the punt. They'll get the ball back with about 20 seconds left if they don't return and a timeout. So if you get a good punt return here, you can set yourself up for a field goal at least or a shot at the end zone. So there's two. So yeah, so I said Queensland have one timeout left.
I can't see New South Wales using too many timeouts in the next 27 seconds.
No,
they'll want this half-time break to come as quickly as possible.
Yeah, look, and it's going to be interesting again. Like I think you're going to see them like they're going to punt towards the sideline again because they've shown they don't want the young Taylor to get anywhere near that ball. So they're kicking to Calvin Young. So I think you'll find Calvin Young's going to get a chance to have a run back if it's not quite on the sideline, if it's not quite right. So yeah, so look, it's going to be. It's going to be Aaron McAvoy who's going to be punting this away.
Folks, if you're listening to the telecast, our very first competition, question 1 of 2, there'll be another one. What brand of rifle did Troy Aikman buy his Dallas Cowboy offensive lineman? The number's going to be on the bottom right-hand side of the
screen.
Kick to
Tyler here. Oh, he's fumbled it. Calvin's going to end up with the ball anyway. Yep. That's a really good result for New South Wales.
A very good result. It rubbed off a lot of time during that fumble. But once again, that question, the first of 2 questions, what brand of rifle did Troy Aikman buy his offensive lineman? Just SMS your answers to the number on the bottom right-hand side of your screen now.
Look, eagle-eyed viewers there, eagle-eyed listeners, eagle-eared. Oh, there's not even a word for eagle-eared. Just keen listeners would pick that up and know that one, you'd think, if they've been listening to this telecast there. So I think. Look, Taylor there really wanted to have a go and try and return that, and it got he fumbled it, and then Calvin Young couldn't get anywhere because Mitch Kirk got in there with a pretty good tackle. So it looks like we understand that Queensland are going to take a knee, so the quarterback's 5 yards back, and he's going to put in.
The reality is there's 15 seconds to go on the clock, and the Queenslanders they're happy to go in. Yep. New South Wales have only got 1 timeout, so they might be able to stop it once, but they certainly can't stop it 4 times.
Yep. And look where they are. It's high risk. They're going to need to take a decent chunk to get a big play there, and it just wasn't worth the risk considering they're only 24, 25 yards out from their end zone.
Well, folks, welcome to the halftime show. Well, I tell you what, Pete Toss, an absolute pearler of an interview, some insights. He's a flashy player, but gee, it's interesting to hear all of the hard work that Odell Beckham did during his high school years to make sure those catches.
And I'll tell you what, I wonder what Eli Manning would say to some of those comments, what Odell said about him. That's going to be interesting to see the reporting coming out of that.
Absolutely. There's no chance that Pete could get him to come out with the Gronkowski running that clinic out here. There's no chance he's coming out for that, unfortunately. No. So we've had the kick-off. Queensland going left to right on the screen. New South Wales will have the ball first down and 10. This is gut check time. We're going to have to really see how the play calling goes for the New South Wales team. I think they've got a whole bunch of cattle really keen to play some football. Let's see if they can move the ball this second half.
They do. Look, Mitch Kirk got the ball out to 23-yard line there, but look, it's going to be... I think they are an option team and they need to make their money off running the ball there. I think they've gotten away from that a bit. Now going 4 wide, speaking of an option team, they're definitely spreading out here. Jordan Okora's back there, quarterback. Quick out to missed the pass there to that's number 85, the tight end. That's Eamon Akamamoy.
Very well covered right across the field by the Queenslanders. Who look pretty relaxed, ready to go.
Look, they do. Look, I mean, they've a 15-point lead. That's not a bad lead considering the style of play New South Wales do. Realistically, we have again, so that's going to the Queensland going to march. It's a flag being thrown on New South Wales. Queensland have the choice now of marching him back or 2nd and 10. So,
I'd have a bit of confidence in my defence. I'd decline that penalty given an incomplete pass.
I'd march him back. I'd force the pressure on, because it's a 15-yard penalty. So now it's at the 20. It's inside the 30, so it's half distance to the goal. So it's going to be first down and long from it's at the 23-yard line, so it's going to be at the 11.5-yard line. So you're looking at, you're looking at about first down and 23 there. So
25, it has to be 25, 15 yards.
No, it's 15 because it's half distance.
Oh, half distance.
It hasn't gone back to full 15. Yep. So that's why it's about 22,
See, no,
23.
I also can be wrong.
Occasionally, that's the first mistake for the day. It's pretty good to last the second half. Oh, it's tipped there. That's
Once again, we've got that pass to the out. Very, very good coverage by the Queenslanders, getting hands tip drill in action, just a little bit out of reach of the Queenslanders. I think they were the only people that had a good chance at that ball then.
And that looked like Louis Barisi cutting underneath it. Louis was the one who had the massive hit in the first half we saw right in front of us. So he's not just a thumper, downhill thumper there. He can actually get out there and get his hands up. So they were looking to hit the post in there behind there. So
okay, second down and very long.
Look, there's a wide side of the field here. Look, Andrew Garley's tucked in tight on the right side with the tight end. Watch him run a quick out here. I think that could go there. Dragging over the middle there. That's number 19.
Okay, third down. That over the pass. They keep going back to that well, but at second down and 1,000, I'm not sure that's necessarily going to get the yards. Third and 1,000, just had the official call.
And look, Nakora is slow getting up here. They're going to have to call injury timeout. I think New South Wales starting quarterback Jordan Nakora he's been hurt there.
It's a referee's timeout.
Yep. So so we have an injury. So this is going to bring in the
just
backup.
I've got Andrew Brundu, who is a legend of the game, played a lot of football here. Come on over, Andrew. He's joined us in the commentating box. How's the game of football changed since you last saw it?
It's changed a lot faster, a lot more running, a lot more wideouts, and fat, slow linebackers like me wouldn't be able to keep up with these guys now. But I'm back because my son started playing again, and it's awesome to be involved.
Oh, that's good to hear. We'll just watch this play.
Change of quarterback here. We've got Luke from your club. Is it Lucas Voyna? Lucas Vonya is the quarterback here now. He's a bit of a running threat as well. High snap.
Prevent.
It's picked off. Queensland there. It's going to be a touchdown, is it? Yeah, it is. Worst case scenario for New South Wales there. That's Thomas Travana there with the pick six and gets in the background there. That's
easier. Well, Queensland, roger that. Just going to see that on the replay. Queensland in 3 deep. Clearly a prevent situation. Right call.
He's trying to hit Luden across there. Travana just jumps him. And he gets a good block by Barisi at the end there. Touchdown. Look,
easy yards. You know, there's a couple of good things there. One, the pick, of course, but two, I really like the way the Queenslander just instantly responded to turning defence into offence from that situation.
And look, they capitalised the situation. That's a tough spot for young Voynar getting in there. The first play, long yardage situation, you have to make a throw there. That's
snap, fire play.
That's the receiver.
He's called it.
Yeah, he's
that's going to take us to the score 21 zip in the hand of the Sun Devils. I can remember, I've got Andrew Brundu with us in the commentating box. I can remember going back to 1989 in Adelaide. You were the coach. And I particularly remember sitting next to you wanting to learn from the Messiah and bugging the crap out of you because I was asking about options, asking about what you were reading. How has that, the brainy side of the game changed?
A lot. What I found now, we watch a lot more film. We learn from watching film. I've been lucky. Paul Manera has been a mentor of mine for many years, and what he's taught me on how to grade film, watch film, and learn from the film has been amazing. But the game's changed a lot. The hitting has become harder, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, I'd argue that. I reckon we used to hit a lot harder back then in the old days. As we just watched the kick-off here, Queenslander kick-off 21 to zip in the favour of Sun Devils.
Deep kick there from Reece Perkins. It's going to roll out of bounds. As you said before, Mike, it's you can't send a kick-off out of bounds. So that's going to be a penalty here. Now, New South Wales have the option of taking a re-kick or a penalty 30 yards from the spot of the kick. So it's a 5 yards and a re-kick. Miles Newman's yelling at me, telling me that I'm wrong, if I get it right. Sorry. So it is going to be 5 yards and a re-kick if the choice, or New South Wales can take it 30 yards from the previous spot. Now, it looks like New South Wales are going to take the 5 yard penalty and the re-kick because they want a chance to run it back.
So, Bree, you had an unfortunate injury with your finger and they ended up grafting something off your Achilles, was it?
Yeah, I tore the FDF and FDP joint on my finger. So I was against semi-final against the Argonauts, but they grafted a tendon off my big toe. Now it works fine.
I'm horrible, Brew, because I remember all sorts of shit.
Mitch Kirk takes a kick. He's got a crease here if he can find it. He's got it up the middle there. And it's blown.
Once again, I think they're going to stop it. There's helmet off once again. I'm not sure where that hit. Maybe we can see that one again.
It is. Yeah, look, one of the New South Wales guys has lost his helmet, and if it's a safety issue. If someone loses their helmet, it is immediate
kick-off.
It is. The play's immediately stopped there. So comes up the middle here. And it looks like one of the Queensland guys, number 86 here, is going to get penalised for a face mask. He looks like he's ripped the helmet off.
I tell you what, he has to get penalised for the rules, but gee, there was absolutely no intent by the Queenslander then. He just simply rolled over. Yeah. It was a bit dirty, a bit nasty, but maybe we need to get those helmets tightened up a little more.
Yeah, look, if a helmet comes off and you've got your hand anywhere near an opening or a face mask, you're getting called. It's just a safety thing. Or was the elbow come?
He had no chance.
Yeah, okay.
He actually was spinning his helmet.
I think it was the other one, yeah. So, look, it's going to be the ball's blown dead at the it's blown dead at the 33-yard line with a 15-yard penalty. This is going to then take it over to the opposite. The ball is on the 43-yard line, and the ball is going to end up at the 32-yard line going in. So New South Wales is going to be in pretty good field position here.
Well, one more question for Brew before he leaves the commentating box. What, if you could give me two things to make a great football player, what would it be?
A lot of heart and amazing attitude. That's all you need. You know what? It's up to the coaches to bring the technique and the ability. A lot of players have got ability, but they've got no heart and no ticker. So that's about it.
Thanks for joining us, Brew. Much appreciated, and good luck in the upcoming season.
Now, it looks like we called the penalty wrong there, Mike. It's a penalty against New South Wales here, so it means it's going to be moved back 15 yards here. So it's in pretty bad field position for New South Wales. Now, it is 1st and 10, not 1st and 25. So it's a face mask on New South Wales, even though New South Wales guy's helmet ended up on the ground. It's a quick pass out to Rustum Todd there. Yeah, Queensland just had numbers there. Ben Loudon there managed to get one block, but there's another two guys there, so a bit unfortunate. Okay, it was a personal foul against New South Wales. It looks like they've ruled the helmet coming off was incidental.
Okay, brings 2nd down and 7 yards. The New South Wales people finally just doing a little out pattern, just going to simple stuff and moving a little bit away from their run game. Let's see if that continues.
And look, Jordan Okora is back in the game now, so New South Wales have their first string quarterback back in. So they got Loudon and Godfrey Agamang back in there. Agamang. It's a handoff to Loudon up the middle there. Some tough yards, maybe tough yard.
Well, let's see where the ball's spot. That's going to bring up 3rd down and probably around 6 yards to get.
Yeah, I think
right in the middle of that run past paradigm on a 3rd down play.
Yeah.
The offensive line for the New South Wales team really haven't done a very good job so far today on the defensive set.
Look, it is, and look, but I mean, they're not alone because the Queensland defensive line's been pretty good. Victoria about the only team that sort of moved the ball on them by using the ground game a bit. So this Queensland defensive front's quite big, and as we come up here for 3rd down, it's an option. Nakora tucking behind the fullback there to get the yards. Now, look, I was talking to, before the game, talking to Queensland defensive coordinator Francois Pasolani, and he was saying, I asked him, I said, are you going to rotate your defensive linemen? Because they're big boys, and I always think you want to keep your defensive linemen fresh for the 4th quarter. He looked at me like I was talking from ours. He's like, what are you talking about? He said, we've got a really good strength and conditioning program. I trust all their guys to play big minutes.
Wow.
So it's and look, I think you see it's confident. It is paying off. I see what I mean. He expected it might get a bit hot, but Queensland they've been training in this heat, so we think's hot, it's not really hot for them.
Is it late enough in the game to go for a fake punt?
At this position, probably not. I think you just try and back your defence.
Oh,
they've got a good bounce there. They kicked to Calvin Young again.
Not the best bounce. I tell you, that had to have been in the back.
It is, yeah. It is going to be a block in the back.
They're going to do themselves some damage and take their situation from field position. I think that might be, it's a block in the back. Is that a spot foul, Miles?
It's number 4, Reece Perkins. Yeah, so number 4, Reece Perkins hit someone in the back here, and it's going to be a block from the end of the run. So we'll see the replay here.
We're going to come back on the camera work. Our camera team doing a fantastic team.
It's a bit of a bad snap there, so you can come here. Look at Reece Perkins.
Just have a look, he's just jogging away.
Yeah, hits Mitch Kirk in the back. Yep. So
it's a shame.
And the flag has landed smack on the spot of the foul. So it is going to be 10 yards from the spot of the foul because it was ahead of the spot of recovery where the returner got it. So 10 yards from there, and Queensland are now set up at their own 16-yard line.
So first down. Well, New South Wales now, let's see if they can capitalise on their strong, dominant defence and arc up and just get them in the hole a little bit and get some field position for the Wolfpack team.
Holiday Miller gets smacked in there.
Now let's see if we can memorise the second play. In the last time they were in the red zone, they ran that exact same play. Who remembers the next play coming up?
All right, we haven't had viewers coming with the play yet, Mike. It's not the response we were hoping for. Mike will give you the answer after this play.
To be honest, I thought that the phone would go crazy with answers on that.
Here we go. So Corwin back there. It's two receivers. Option to the left. Yep. Corwin, he's found a crease up the middle there. He's going and he's got
that
the backfield
was an
there.
Excellent read. New South Wales players didn't flow to the ball, and he took the option straight up the middle, almost running it, not quite like a triple option, but he took the ball inside and got the yards first down.
Look, Corwin isn't the running quarterback there. They put Stokes in for that, but the whole defence, they all went out. So they're all going for Holiday Miller at the middle, and he just finds a little crease and gets it up the middle there. And Troy O'Hare manages to run him down from behind.
That's the sort of quarterback you want, the sort of guy that chooses the exact moment that he's going to play his hand, and that was perfect timing. First down and 10.
Yeah, and that's just one more good play. He will flip field position on him here, so it's a good, nice little pass there to number 14, Bowpit.
Well, once again, that's exactly the same three plays they ran previously. The only difference being is that the quarterback messed up his throw on looking for an out route instead of the zag back in.
Yeah, look, it's that's New South Wales from being in a pretty good position there to we're going to see a replay.
He just runs this little out, just sits down. He's got coverage, and it's the way that they're running that. He's sort of running it like a mini screen.
Sort of. Well, they use best
underneath.
Yeah, they use best to run a deep route to sort of run off the coverage and see it there. So it sort of distracts the corner when you see someone coming up there, and they did it from quite a fairly close split. As you see now, Bo Pitt and Bessie back on the right now in another fairly close split. So they're stacking their receivers on the short side here. Holiday Miller bounces out. That's he's
Well, that was an incredible individual play. He got stuffed at the line. He bounced. He looked for green grass. He got outside, but then he kept his balance and made New South Wales pay. You really got to get him out.
That was only about a 10-yard run, but that left me speechless. Look at him here. Look, he gets stuffed in the backfield. It's a quick pull on the outside. He gets jammed in the middle there by Patala. He beats one tackle there. Gets us on. I thought he's out of bounds here, but he tiptoes, follows the block of Bessie down there. Oh, sorry, it's Bo Pitt down there. And
look, New South Wales have done a much better job today on outside shoulder containment. That was a time that they just went away from it. We're back to live.
Yeah, look, back to live there. That was just that just shows the quick feet that Holiday Miller have. And that's why he's such a good inside runner, because he's got good feet to change direction. But I mean, New South Wales have done a pretty good job bottling up the inside run on him, but gets to the edge there. So this is offside here. Take a quick shot. And it's dropped there by Bess, and that's going to be a penalty.
I think that's going to be a free play to the Queenslanders.
Offside, yeah, they're going to get 5 yards on this. So.
Yeah, far side.
Yep. Look, in 4 plays, they flipped the field position completely. So they were on their own 16-yard line. 4 plays later, they're going to be down at the 17-yard line at the other end.
And what's interesting and frightening at the same time is they've done it through very good play calling and individuals that have stood up at the right time.
Absolutely, absolutely. That option call on second down was a fantastic call. It was a good execution. Mike's just telling me. Mike's just saying, guys, they did it last time. It's just they didn't pitch it last time. So yeah, but look, it's still a good call here. So it's yeah, look, it's
okay. That'll bring up. Is it still first down?
It's first down and 5.
The penalty. Yep.
First down and 5 here.
Good passing option. So maybe get some ground yards.
Trips out to the left here. So New South Wales in press coverage on the short side here. They're going to throw the quick screen. Ball. Oh, good work there.
Incomplete pass.
That is a forward pass there, so it's an incomplete pass there. So I know it looks like Mitch Kirk thought he was off to the races there, but that's
So even though the ball went into the hands, it popped out, that the ball needs to be controlled by the receiver before it can then be fumbled, and on that occasion that certainly wasn't the case.
That's a pretty good play there by Joey Donaghy. I mean, Joey Donaghy was the guy who missed the tackle on the first touchdown, so he's obviously learned his lesson. He's come up to make a pretty good thump there. Like
Exactly.
He's put his body behind that, and it's yeah.
Having watched, I mean, Queensland looked absolutely the dominant team throughout the competition so far. How are New South Wales developing as a team?
Look, I think defensively they're very, very good. It's just that I think the offensive side needs a bit of work. It's the option isn't working as well as they'd hoped. It's pretty simple that. And Holiday Miller up the middle there follows the blocker on the jet sweep there. And
He's keen. He's hungry.
He's got 3 yards there. Now look, if on there it's they put the fullback number 23 Taylor out wide there. You're never going to throw to the fullback. They bring him in motion. They're going to use him a hammer up the middle there. That's a nice little wrinkle on the play there. So if teams don't recognise their personnel, and if a receiver lines up there, a linebacker out there, he'd see, I've got a receiver out here. He doesn't realise it's a fullback, and he goes, hang on, they're not going to really throw it here. So it's just that sneaky little wrinkle that Queensland have managed to work in their games, which makes them a joy to watch. Actually,
Wrinkle I'd like to see, given third down in the field position they've got, is a play action pass.
Yeah, look, they very could do it. They're in a pro set here, so to counter. Holiday Miller squirts up the middle. That's a first down. That was a good play there. They faked the Taylor going to the left, hit Holiday Miller going to the right, coming behind a pulling lineman. I think it was Hits William, the tackle there, coming through. First down. That's a play New South Wales had ran quite well against South Australia for a late touchdown as well. So.
Unfortunately, I think this game they seem to be running it in slow motion. They're running that play, the exact same play, but in slow motion, which is giving the Queenslanders time to get some penetration and blow it up.
Exactly, yeah. And look, I think we'll all be first to admit South Australia's run defence, who they did run again, isn't the best. I mean, Queensland cut them up last week, so just shows a better level here. So they're back to trips now. So look, I think Bessie's one-on-one down the bottom here. They could very well throw a back corner fade here. No, it's the other one. It's wide open. No, touchdown.
Was that a play action pass?
I don't know. It was. Looked like
the second on the replay.
That looked like that was to number 83 Russell. Looks like they were going to throw the screen. They faked the screen, and he was the middle receiver in the trips, and he just managed to leak out in the back corner there. Here it is here. So they faked the outside screen. Russell up in the back corner. Yeah, touchdown.
Absolutely.
Nice, very nice play design. They've thrown the short stuff all day.
Very well executed too.
Yep. I mean, it's the thing. You can have the best play design in the world, but if you don't have the execution, you're stuffed, aren't you?
I really hope the New South Welshmen don't lose their confidence. They've forget the scoreline. They've actually been playing a very solid game throughout against a very dominant Queensland offence.
Yeah, look, I mean, that's
Ball.
Stokes here, shovels that to Holiday Miller. Pearson runs him down. Oh, he misses the tackle, slips off it. There's nothing. Is Holiday Miller going to squirt through here? No, he's not. The help arrives just in time there.
Well, he's quite elusive. He'll hit you and bounce off you, or he'll squirm past you. So he's got a lot of skills. He's got very good vision, always a step ahead.
Yeah, it's that feet. It starts with that feet. He runs very upright for a little guy, but by upright, he's opened his hips up and he can move his feet very, very quickly, and he doesn't stop moving him. He's a really good runner to watch.
Well, with 4:49 left to go in the third quarter, it's the Sun Devils 27, New South Wales 0.
Look, I'm not really going out on a limb here, but I think this is trouble for New South Wales. I think the game's over here. So they're going to have to rely on Queensland to make a lot of mistakes to get back into this. And I think we're at the point now where we can look forward to the fact that depending on the other result today, because Western Australia have got the bye, are they playing today? I'm just thinking about in trouble. All we need is 4 quick touchdowns converted. That's all we need. We're right back in this game. Mate, I'm afraid. So, Western Australia should win that, so we could see a national title game decided next week. Queensland
good line. There's an opportunity there.
Rustin Todd, he's popped, he's squirted free here, and he's just managed to get down.
He made some good yards. There was a good opportunity. Would have liked to have seen that line after it formed just to move forward a little quicker. Yeah,
all they needed was about one more block. They got about 3 good blocks here. They had a crease. They're opening up a crease, but it's just Queensland. They're having really good lane discipline there, and just managed to sit out there and just like, you know what, he's going to bounce out here. We're just going to wait for him.
So, I think that's where New South Wales failed earlier with that reverse, where they didn't maintain their lanes. We got first down and 10, New South Wales with the ball on the 29-yard mark, I think it is.
It is, yep. So they're going 4 wide again. So Mitchell Kirk's coming out to Ben Loudon on one side. You've got Rustin Todd and Buck Williams on the other side. So New South Wales carry a lot of running back types and a lot of receivers, so to go 4 wide, they're having to use some bit plays because Mitch Kirk's obviously playing on defence. That's a bad snap, and that's down. They're going to block dead. No, they're going to let it go. I thought he had the knee down as he had his hand on the ball. And it's Queensland recovery. Can we get a replay of that, please?
They're talking about a turnover. I think we're going to have a look at this one again, folks.
Yeah, so that's... There's some confusion out on the field here. They're calling in for a conference here. So Brian Curry's coming. He's called Sean Dove, who's the head linesman from the other side in here. So
Brian Curry's our referee. He's the guy.
Here's the fumble. He's on the ground there. He's going forward. It looks like they've called that a strip there. No, they have. Yep, they've got a strip. So one of the Gold Coast Stingrays guys in the Stingrays helmets there looks like he's managed to come up with the ball. So they obviously ruled that when Jordan Nakora was down on the field, he didn't have control of the ball, so he only got control once he got back up to his feet, which meant he was still going forward and he had the ability to get the ball stripped. So that's
that shows Brian Curry's experience. He got all of his crew together. They discussed it properly, unemotionally, and I think they got the right decision on that occasion. Bad situation with the New South Wales team. Time for them to really muscle up now and see if they can get a stop. Now they're playing for a bit of pride.
Yep. This is where you see what your team's made of in situations like this, where you know it's bordering on defeat here, and how you muscle up here. So, I mean, if they score a touchdown, that's fine, but you've got to make them work for it. So, look, Goff's in the backfield now with Thomas Corwin, so they've got one of the backup running back in there. He has been the backup running back today. Oh, dropped over the middle there by number 87. We haven't got him on the team sheet, so I'm afraid I can't tell you who it is. But it was a pretty good pass by Corwin there. Yeah,
he did. In fact, the quarterback did a great job. He looked off into that little in route that they run with that dig, and then came back with his eyes and through to the the hot man. Unfortunately, it didn't get complete on that occasion, bringing up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah. So we'll see what Queensland do here now. So
2nd down and 10. Queensland coming up once again. They sticking with that same formation that served them well, one deep coverage by the Wolfpack.
Yep, so Queensland in a two running back set. Quick throw out there to Bessie. Oh, and he stepped inside the safety there, and crunching tackle over the top there by a defensive lineman. That's one of the defensive linemen there. We're trying to get a number for him, number 15, but it's not on the list. But geez, that's what you're talking about, the effort there. Like
Absolutely.
That's a defensive lineman
player.
Turning and running,
yep.
turning and running and cleaning him up, because of course Bessie had managed to step inside the safety there. And that was a number. I can't number on the safety.
Well, the number of the bus was number 15.
Number 15, yes. It's number 15 bus out of North Sydney.
Well, he's back into that A gap. Let's see if he can get through this time. Often you see players with an effort play.
They've run a very similar play, but they're running the option now out here to Arla, and he's beat one tackle and he's squirted in the end zone there. That's a touchdown.
I tell you what, there was a fantastic. I was going to say Battle of the Titties, but I shouldn't say Battle of the Titties on the telecast because I might get in trouble for saying titties. So I won't say that.
Here's a replay here. So this is the play they ran time, but they threw a pass. Fake the option one way, back loops around, goes out the other way. Marcos Delano there got caught looking inside. Edge defender didn't quite get it. The 36 safety didn't quite get it here. So
do you know who I really like? Number 14 for Queensland then. The receiver out there, he not only made a block, but he maintained a block for at least 3, 4, 5 seconds, and that's why that touchdown was scored.
Yeah, that's Kyle Bopitt there. Look, I mean, John Rowe, Hollywood Rowe, the Queensland head coach, he's the Australian receivers coach for the Australian Outback team. He places a massive emphasis on receivers blocking. It's like he calls his team the Air Force, like his receivers. He calls them the Air Force. Oh, the high snap there. Perkins is mashed. It's missed the just right. Yeah. So look, John Rowe there. He calls them the Air Force. He likes big, quick guy. He likes big guys who are quick with hands. All right. But the one thing he says, I don't care how well you can catch, how well you can run. If you can't block, you can't play for me. And you can see that attitude's permeating through this Queensland team here. Because Bo Pitt on that run, the Holiday Miller run that left us speechless earlier on in this quarter here, it was Bo Pitt that made the block that sprung another 5 yards. Yeah. Now, if you see, Bo Pitt is the smallest of the receivers out here, but he's a tenacious blocker, and yeah.
I think the good thing is very good skills. This is state-level football, and to see a receiver that's willing to block for his mates augurs well for the rest of the tournament for the Queensland guys. Yep. The score here is 33-0 in favour of the Sun Devils, doing a bit of a job on the New South Wales team after their wonderful victory on South Australia last week. It's a bring down to earth, I guess.
Yeah, look, it's a bit of a hard landing, isn't it, off that high? So 33-0 now. So it's Reece Perkins to kick off. And it's going to be Godfrey. It's going to be Mitchell Kirk who's going to get it. Another shot here. Yeah, not much there.
Okay.
Bit
Good
ineffective.
standard, solid start for the New South Welshmen. Let's see if we can get back and just get once again. We said it again. Let's just get one first down, then another first down, and let it follow, and we'll be in business once again.
It's an old analogy. It's like, how do you run a marathon? What's
One
up?
step
One
at a
step
time.
at a time. Yep. And what's the hardest step?
The first.
Yep, without a doubt. So that's what they need to do. You can't look at the. I mean, as a coach and play call, you can't look at the end result. You just got to think, what do I got to do to get myself on the front foot? I need a good 4-yard play here. So it's
Okay, first down and 10. The New South Welshmen coming up to the line. They got some reserves on.
Yeah, they're one short actually. They're going to have to call a time here. Yeah, they're short of fullback. They look like they're going the I form. They had the tight end. They didn't have the fullback. So not that the timeout's going to be of major consequence here. So that is their
First
for the half.
time out for New South Wales for the half.
Yep.
I think it was big number 11 was the guy that wasn't out there.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, then we're just thinking of our second question. Nathan's got that written down in front of him. Our second question, you need both.
So, thanks for holding it thing. Anyway, the first question we did have is, this is the first New South Wales state team since the formation of the national titles in the AGL to not feature which player wearing the number 14 jersey. So which New South Wales player number 14 is not in this New South Wales side here? Okay, so that's number 1 here. Okay.
Okay, and the follow-up question is, what pressure, for the NFL fans will appreciate this, what pressure did Tom Brady like in the football during Pressuregate? So once again, the numbers on the bottom right-hand side of the screen, we've got a groin cup for our first prize, 2 groin cups for the second.
And they're shifting the tight end here in motion here. That's number 12 there. That's Chris Ravlich.
Oh, and there's a little...
New South Wales. Yeah. They had a hole there, it leaked through there. One of the defensive tackles for Queensland managed to get in around the ankles there to hold that up. Looks like Sam Matautia might be hurt. Number 44 is down.
Well, a little bit of creativity from the New South Welshmen there, changing up the line, changing up the look. We got an injury timeout. It looks like.
Yeah, Sam Matautia. He looked like he was looked like he's holding an arm or an elbow. Look, when he first went down, it looked like he's grabbing at something in his foot, but no, it just might be his arm. So.
Once again, for those questions, just SMS your answers through. The number is on the bottom right-hand side of the screen, and we'll be sure to pick a winner either at the end, right at the end of the telecast, or in the post-game show that we're going to be putting on.
Fair enough. Now, the other thing, just for the people at home who may be watching this the first time, the reason what's called a shift when they decided to move the tight end from one side to the other. The reason you do that is you try and change the gaps on the defensive front. You make your defense think, oh, hang on, might have to change our call. Queensland didn't really matter.
What's the difference between a shift and a motion?
A motion, the guy's still moving when the ball snapped. A shift, he's got to be set for a second beforehand. Pass there to Ravlich, it was a bit behind him, a bit low. So. And
he didn't run it quite flat enough to get a good opportunity there. You know, I'm seeing an opportunity on that out route. They've run it so often. Maybe, given how far behind, they might be able to turn that into a chair pass.
Look, they might do, but I don't know if they're getting the time. Queensland's getting some pretty good pressure here. I mean, look, the out pass is definitely there because the Queensland defensive backs and linebackers, because they're playing with inside leverage. They're taking away. They realise with a quarterback whose arm is not exactly a cannon, you want to throw inside passes a bit.
Third down and 11.
So you look at here, they're going. They've walked down here. They've walked Calvin Young 15 down as the extra linebacker. So they're putting 8 in the box. Godfrey, a game man, good yardage there. A game man.
He was going. I tell you, his mind was one step behind his body. The way that he turned that. We'll just have another look at this play if we can.
Yep. So look, that's the best play of the half here. So we'll have a look at that. It's a bit of a stretch play. It gets tossed outside where. Good block on the edge here. Cuts back, finds a crease there. Number 1, that was... I think
it was number 12 that made the block on that play.
Yeah, number 12. So it's Kristen Ravlich there with a good block and the tight end there.
Okay, they get themselves a first down. The marathon begins.
And number 1, Louis Barisi, didn't quite get across there in time. They're going to toss the other way. Adam Simpson's got a bit of speed now. Johnny Mau with the block there. Didn't quite work. The Queensland flow was better across there.
Some good tough yards there.
Look, you can't complain about that. That's 3.5 yards. You take that on first down to keep the chains moving.
3 times 3.5, that's first down.
Absolutely.
Might even be 4 yards, depending where they spot that. But, you know, the Queenslanders, we talk about what New South Wales aren't doing, but, gee, a lot of what they aren't doing is because of the wonderful play from the Queenslander defence.
Yeah, look, they're moving fairly quickly inside. They're getting off blocks and they're causing problems, and that's exactly what that play was there. You thought Johnny Maumau had a half-decent block on the edge. I wish he sort of dropped his shoulder instead of his hands, but the flow was enough to get him. It's a roll-out pass. Bootley wide open there. Andrew Garley. Good block there by Mitch Kirk. He's got one to beat. He's out of bounds at the 8-yard line there.
Well, the marathon continues. No flags on the play.
That's New South Wales' best play of the lot. You can see here they faked that toss play. Oh,
We've
there's a flag.
Injury
down.
To take away, but that'll give us an opportunity just to have a look at this.
So look at this. They toss the play again, fake the toss. He rolls behind, sprint it. Garley leaks out there. Wide open.
I think what happened is two of the Queensland players had the same cover down rules, and they left the guy for the other, and both attacked the flat. We were just talking a little while ago how well that we were playing the flat. Well,
exactly. They went over the head, like you said. Yeah, look, it's the same thing, and they've been setting that play up. They set that play up because the previous two plays were pitches. They run a sprint action off that same look, and they all jump up there. Think, oh, here's the play action, and Garley leaks out because Garley's a wide receiver, but he's lining up very tight to that tight end because it's. If you want to line up in tight, it opens up a lot of space outside because it affects the cornerback's leverage.
Okay, well, we've got first down and goal for the first time for the Wolfpack team here. Nice and tight. They're probably looking to use their running that they've not really done that much with. Yeah. Outside shoulder containment.
New South Wales' first touchdown.
That was a fantastic play. You know what? The Queenslanders did everything right. They just failed to flow. I think we'll find on the replay that we got downfield and we actually created a wall.
Yeah. So you look at Garley comes down and cracks down the edge defender here, but he's angled anyway, so it doesn't really matter there. So it gets up there. Good block there by Ben Loudon, and just two missed tackles, and Simpson managed to trot it in. So. Look, that's a reward for the perseverance here. Look, at 33-0 down, they had every excuse to toss it in, but they came and did that. So that's a very much a positive.
Yeah, absolutely. Another 16 touchdowns, and we're right. 1 minute 45 to go in the quarter.
So if it's now 33-6. If they can hit this 2-point conversion, it's a 25-point margin, and everyone remembers the most famous 25-point third quarter margin, don't they?
What's that one?
Look, ask any Atlanta Falcon fan, they'll be able to tell you.
Ooh.
He's in. So now, yes, it's the number that all Atlanta Falcon fans dread, 25-point deficits.
Well, with 1 minute 46 to go in the third quarter, the score now goes to 33-8 in favour of the Sun Devils.
There you go, just a toss, and they did that with a couple of extra tight ends, and that's just a good Godfrey Agyemang. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but Godfrey just managed to squirt in there When you line up, because they lined up two tight ends, so when you line up multiple tight ends like that, it actually gets more gaps along the line. So if the defense doesn't quite know what they're doing, and they're used to just a tight end or no tight end, it's two tight ends there. They realise, who's got which gap? Because you might have a defensive backup to come down to get the gap.
Especially if you've got a rookie linebacker who needs to fill the next gap.
Exactly, or a safety or a defensive back who's come down. Which one am I getting now? So yeah, that's not a bad little change up there.
Okay, well. The New South Wales boys will be kicking off right to left, something they haven't done too much of, and we'll see. The last time this happened, we saw a reverse from the Queenslanders. I'd like to see the fake reverse this time.
So you got Holiday Miller and you got Taylor there. So you got the two running backs there. So boys who can do something with the ball in their hands. Now, as you said, they can't kick it out of bounds here, so you can't just kick for the sideline. You can kick the sideline to pin them as long as you don't get out. So they squibbed it down. It's going to be Holiday Miller who's going to get shot at it. Not reversing, okay. He's going to wedge up the middle there.
Kick chase. The kick chase for the New South Wales team, probably not up to the sort of standard. But, hey, Queensland have got the ball. There's a couple of slow players getting up, but they all looks good. Ball's on the 30. It'll be first down and 10 with the ball in the possession of the Queensland Sun Devils.
It was, yeah. Look, the thing about Queensland is their kick-off chase has been really good. Like they get down there, even though it looks like it blocks, looks like crease is open. The backside and safety chase down there has been pretty good. So New South Wales, you can see the difference of what a good chase makes. New South Wales end up with the ball around their 20 each time. Queensland end up at their 30.
Let's be honest, Nathan. Queensland have had a fair few kickoffs in this last couple of games.
They have had a lot of practice at it too, so they've gotten very good at it. So Stokes is the quarterback in there from the Bayside Ravens, running quarterback. Play action. He's going to take a shot. Well,
two players wide open, but the quarterback unfortunately just gets pressured before he gets to hit that.
And he throws to the guy who was the most covered of the lot, Bessie there. So Ben Lucas and Ben Lucas had coverage over the top. I'm trying to figure out who number 21 is up the bottom. It was Josh McCarthy had pretty decent coverage on there.
So that'll bring up second down and 10.
Yeah, so look, it's now they've taken Stokes back out there and they've put Corwin back in there as a running quarterback, and so he's also the running quarterback, but he's also Corwin's the passing quarterback, but he's also the spread quarterback. They're running him out wide a bit, so yeah, they're going back to 4 wide here. So
I've always wanted to know what quarterbacks say to their running backs when they whisper something to them. Free play for the for the offense.
Throwing up to Bessie, and it's just...
Oh, that's all right. That's coming back for another chance.
Yep. So
And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 5 for the Queenslanders.
So often you find in these sort of spread offences, the quarterback will turn around to the running back where the protection is. He might, because either they'll call the protection in the huddle, or they'll call it whatever. So he'll actually might say to him, hey, say, look, you got a hot linebacker, I think that one's coming, get it. Or he might say, hey, forget your blocking assignment, I want you to flare out and get him.
So they don't turn around and say coffee, first coffee on you after the game?
Well, you could actually. So yeah, look, I mean, it's I used to play running back in the old days, and I get my quarterback turning to me. It's like going, you're not actually saying anything. Like he'd say something, he'd mumble. He's like, he just wanted to look the part as a quarterback. It's like going, dude, you're not helping me.
We've got big press coverage on this near side of the field.
Yeah, so the short side
And it's
here.
going over the top. No, you know what? That was a fade pass, maybe even a hitch fade read possibly, but certainly the Queenslanders not on the same page, which is unusual for the way that they've built up their game.
I think you've hit the nail right on the head there, Mike. I think it was a hitch that was supposed to convert to a fade on press coverage, and Mitch Best just didn't convert it to a fade, and he ran the hitch, and Thomas Corwin threw the fade.
And on that press coverage, they're going to go back to the press coverage. I wonder if they're going to go back to that same play because it's wide open. The safety's dead smack bang in the middle.
Yeah, he's on the hash mark there. So Benny Lucas has backed off, so it's not press coverage now.
Yep, they were looking to throw it, but he was going to run a post. He converted that one into a post. False start on the offense. The ball's coming back. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Right, so this is where New South Wales, if they can convert this, if they can get this 3rd and 10, stop them here, get a punt, that's another big win here because they managed to shut it down.
Well, you know what? This is how New South Wales started the game. They held the Queenslanders out. I know in the WA game in particular, the West Australians were shocked at the amount of pressure brought. New South Wales have said, you know what? Let's forget the scoreboard. Let's play some football.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, I mean, I think they're going to regret that really poor start coming out of half time where they just conceded touchdowns, bang, 1, 2, 3, because yeah, that's where this game's hinged. That 7-minute period out of half time.
Okay, 33-8. They're just a couple of receivers working out what they need to do.
Yeah, so it looks
They've
like
got that press coverage on this side. They
trips to the left. Someone faking the
holding.
screen. They've hit and Bo Pitt again. It's on that. They got him wide open there. That's the same play as the touchdown there, Mike. That's the same thing. The outside receiver faked the screen, ran the post in behind it.
Straight in. That was very good football. And you know what? That's possibly the hardest throw for a quarterback to make to that corner. Yes, please. Well, as we see this again.
Let's look at Bo Pitt. Cole Bo Pitt. Far inside, actually.
Just inside. And one of the reasons why he did that is as he ran the stem, he just was a little bit patient, took that extra 2 steps before he cut out, which made it even harder throw for the quarterback. But, gee, good football, great quarterback.
Yeah. When we talk about stem, we're talking about the steps before he makes a cut there. He made Delana think he was going deep and he broke it off and he got separation that way. All right, now that Queensland back in business. Holiday Miller flares out wide. I think New South Wales will read this if they can make the tackle here. There we go.
Okay.
There's still a 5-yard gain.
Queensland took what they were given, but gee, I tell you, when they do that, they seem to get a good 3 yards every time. Good flying by the New South Welshmen.
Yeah, that might have been one of the ones where in the chat back in the backfield was like, hey, have a swing. I feel like throwing you a pass. or maybe it was Holiday Miller saying, I'm sick of blocking, throw me a damn pass.
I tell you, the way he's blocked today, I don't think I'd be throwing him any. I'd be just asking him to continue doing what he's doing best.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, look, I mean, he hasn't got many yards inside other than when he's managed to break some tackles. I mean, New South Wales have done a really good job bottling up this run. So now it's an eye for him here. So we'll see what happens now.
On the lead.
It's a play action here. Post is wide open up the middle there. Bessie dragging underneath. It gets dragged down.
You know, it's ran across the middle. That linebacker, if the linebacker comes, he goes. Let's see that one again.
Yeah. Now look, watch the slot receiver, 87 up the middle. The outside receiver coming up. Slot receiver, Bo Pitt's wide open up the middle there, but they've hit Bessie on the drag there. So that was if we get another angle here.
You know, you were talking about earlier about the offensive linemen earning their money. Well, that was the case of the offensive linemen to keep that play open for as long as they did. really is why they earn their money on the offensive line.
Absolutely, yeah. You look, your linemen make your plays there. So I mean, that was. And now it looks like we've got a change of quarter here. That was New South Wales. I mean, that's a first down by 2. That could have been a touchdown there because
Could have been very easily a touchdown.
But I saw number 87 flash open, but it looks like Bo Pitt had managed to get past Aaron Noakes as a safety there. So that was a bit of a bullet dodge there, but still first and goal.
Okay, 12 minutes on the clock, and well, it's all for New South Wales to do the score. Sun Devils 33, New South Wales Wolfpack 8.
It's a bit of stating the obvious here, but this is Troy Aikman obvious. If you've listened to Troy Aikman commentate, it's like, I think they really need to stop here, Mike.
I think, you know what? I think they're going to do it. I think they've had a little bit of a chance to regroup, and let's face it, these are New South Wales players. Any state player worth their salt, they're going to want to stand up. Not just one play, not just one drive, but every single play of the game. Absolutely.
We've got Chris Day, the corner down here in the bottom. He's playing some inside leverage, so we'll see how it goes here. I thought they were going looking at the receiver at the side here. Stokes is running here.
Well, that was the worst play action pass fake that I've ever seen today.
Yeah, he wanted to run with that straight away. He wanted to take off with that. Look, New South Wales got in the backfield there fairly quickly, but just the edge, just Stokes is just that little bit quicker than Corwin and managed to get outside.
Second down and goal, ball on the 6.
All right, I think Corwin's got the helmet off, so it looks like it's going to be Stokes the rest of the way here for this drive.
Well, that was his chance to score, and I think...
No,
he's had a great game. He's done a lot of work.
Queensland missing one guy here, so they're going to struggle. They need to get the play call in fairly quickly. Looks like Taylor, the fullback, running in at the last minute. Was it? No, it's another receiver. Number 83 there. That was Jesse Sharp coming in. Stokes getting flushed by Ballada.
Oh! Got a flag on the play. A late flag on the play.
That's Aaron Noakes there. Aaron Noakes there. He's dirty with himself. That's a pick. That was a pick, and he knew he had
Let's
it.
have a look at see if we can pick that one up.
See if we can get the replay if possible here. So it's that's right.
Roger that.
So they're going to march. It's going to be penalty against Queensland. So New South Wales are going to march him back. It's a legal man downfield. Is the penalty. So look at here. Stokes getting
77.
flushed. 77 downfield there. Noakes.
You know what? I want to recruit that guy. He ran a great pattern. Crossed the middle, loose, open. Quarterback didn't throw it to him.
Yeah, look, Stokes was getting flushed there. He was getting flushed out there by Martin Ballada, and Batuan Tuiulu came through and gave him a bit of a creaming over the top there. So it was but it was just Noakes has got to be sick about that one. Number 77. It's Tank Sinapali was down there a bit too early.
Well, New South Wales have finally learnt that little... Oh, there's a full start.
Yeah.
New South Wales finally learnt the method of stopping those little out and short patterns.
Yeah.
Easy 5 yards to the New South Welshman. Will still remain second down, but another 5 yards back for them to get the goal. So that'll...
So New South Wales are playing a cover one defence. They've got one safety high, and they're playing with man coverage. So the idea is keep everything in front of them. And in a passing game against this, if you just man-on-one coverage, you can't cover forever because the receiver's always going to get open. So it's critical the defensive line gets pressure here. So
I think given the distance, I'd probably be looking at a deep V out, maybe to the corner, one of the corners. He likes to, move out and throw to his right. So
I'll maybe even look for Bo Pitt on the post here on the right there.
Yep, there he goes.
He's got the corner. You're right. You called it. Touchdown.
Okay, well, there's
Jordan
another
Bo Pitt.
touchdown. We'll come back and have a look at that one.
Mike, you called it. You said look for the out.
No, you get lucky sometimes. I
honestly. So here we go. That. Jordan Bo Pitt's the slot receiver on the top right helmet.
Top.
Comes at the
edge. Underneath. He stops. Goes back.
And it's just a really good throw there.
Just good football. That is very, very simple football.
Yep. So here we go again. The wider angle here. So Aaron Noakes is in here. Number 23, the corner there. Marty Ray's taking away the post. It just opens up the wide and he just puts it into space and Bo Pitt makes a good break on it.
Didn't quite have that step to get underneath the ball and make that pick or even make a play. The quarterback threw the ball incredibly to pretty much the only place that his guy could catch it. New South Wales couldn't. Yep. Looking for the extra point. They're going for two.
They've got a heavy backfield here. They Goff and Taylor. It's the old school wishbone out of shotgun. Option. Goff there, and he's going to get tackled short. So that was that's the old school Oklahoma wishbone. 2 fullbacks and a running back, and I don't know if I would have run
it up the middle.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have run an option pitch to the fullback. So
Okay, 39-8 as the Sun Devils take full control of this game.
So
11 minutes to go in the game, 11:17 on the clock. Queensland showing a real spot of class in that last drive. They went away from some of their standard plays to actually be successful with the players that they had out there.
yeah, look, they did. They put the backup quarterback in there, and most of the receivers there, they had Jesse Sharp in there. They didn't have Bessie in there. So, look, they're starting to give the backup some game time now. It's like, okay, you boys have managed to get the bus down, or the plane and the bus down, so might as well give you some game time here. So, look, it also just gives them a chance to rest some of their better players ahead of Western Australia. What is going to be, if Western Australia win today, which they should, it's going to be a national title showdown in the West next week.
So in the half-time show, what did you make of Odell Beckham when he was talking about he never cuts his fingernails from Wednesday before a game because he feels the ball better?
Look, I mean, I've heard some superstitions. That's not a good one, but I mean, look, I mean,
Is it a superstition or is there some science
look, I don't
to
think
that?
so. Look, seriously, unless you're a freak, your fingernails aren't going to grow in 4 days enough to really cause you any problems.
Well, Odell's a freak.
He's a freak, but like I don't know.
I don't think that's...
He doesn't look like Wolverine freak to me, where it's just going to grow and it's going to be.
In fact, Mark Madrano down there, a good friend of his, he used to do a similar thing. Marcus Kingis used to do the same
Really?
thing, yeah.
Okay. Look, I had some weird superstitions back when I played, but yeah, it's yeah.
Okay, first down and 10, the Wolfpack with the ball, and I'm going to come back and ask you about your superstitions in a moment, Nathan.
Absolutely.
Well, there we go. Good 2.5 yards. We'll see where they spot it.
Oh, I think they're going to give Jody Luisi 3 here. Which, look at Sean Dove on the far side. It's 1 yard at the 26-yard line, so it's going to be.
What about your superstitions, Nathan?
Well, when I played rugby, I used to have a superstition where I would always put on the shorts first, left sock, left boot, right boot, 5 times around the laces with tape. Do the warm up in a t-shirt and jumper off, and then the jumper goes on right before we run out. So that always worked for me.
Second down, 7.5 to go.
So look, New South Wales back in the eye here. Garley in motion here. They might try and throw the quick out to him here. Oh, they're going to throw the screen here to Kirk. And good tackle there.
I tell you, a lot of work for what is 1 yard. So what happened if you didn't do your routine?
I just remember once playing a really bad game and think because I was rushed, I was coming from somewhere else, and I think I'd need the routine. It's just a thing. I was young and dumb. That's the best way to say it. I did it. And I thought, oh yeah, I've got to make notice of what my routine is. Oh, I did well. I'll do it again. Look, the worst one is once we played I'll tell you after this play the worst superstition I've had that knocked me out. You know what? I probably don't need superstitions.
I'm hearing confirmation bias.
Well, that's one of those science terms, isn't it?
Yeah. I read it last night. I think I know what it means.
Good pass here. Oh, it's a sack there.
You know what? I'm going to give that sack not necessarily to the D line. I'm going to give that sack to the DBs. Thank you very much.
The cover case 27 coming in. That's a Daniel Thompson here.
So if we have a look at the backfield of the Queenslanders, they pick
Defensive
up and
end.
they stay on all their players. That was supposed to be a quick pass, but there was nothing on.
Look, number 27 there, Daniel Thompson there. He just he stemmed outside, then slanted inside on Christian Adams, the right tackle there. You can see Adams. He turned around. Look at Adams. He turns around now. He's, oh, I'm screwed. This isn't good. So
that'll bring up 4th down and 14 as we go back to the game.
Live action. So Reece Perkins here to punt it away.
So you got knocked out, did you say?
No, I didn't get knocked out. I had a superstition where we played a pretty good team and we won. This is back in Canberra Colts days. And to punt away, he's putting out of bounds. Calvin Young's going to have to work hard to return this. Now it's out of bounds, just about the halfway line.
I think with the Queenslanders, I wouldn't be giving them the ball at all. So I think that's a smart kick.
So back we're playing rugby, and we had a pretty important game that was going to shape finals make-up against Royals, who are a hated team in Canberra. To anyone who's a Royals fan who's listening, no apologies. So we played a pretty big game and we won fairly handily, won by about 20 points, and it was reversing a result from the season. And I realised that I played the game, I realised Saturday morning, I haven't washed my shorts or socks. Damn it. So I put it on warm, and after we could go, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do this next week.
Uh-oh.
So I went 7 weeks without washing my shorts or socks, and we won every game. I'll tell you what happens after this one. Oh, it's a false start there. Yep, it's number 63 there, jumping offside. So what happened was we've had to play this Royals team again in the finals at Manuka Oval. It's a very picturesque ground in Canberra. And I said, look, I'm not going to watch. I was telling the team that's trained before, I said, I'm doing this thing. And one of my second rows goes, I knew something smelt bad. He's like, you wash your shorts. I go, no, it's good luck. He goes, Longy, you need to wash those shorts or I'll kill you myself. And since this guy was a under-21s ACT rep player, like in the Brumbies program, a self-preservation kick thing, I'll wash the shorts. We ended up losing 10-3.
10-3,
so I blame Hamish to these days still.
Don't wash your shorts.
That's a pass there. That's a first down there. It's a pass to the tight end there, number 89, Robbie Corcutt. And
once again, I think the Queensland quarterback looked very comfortable there. He just took a couple of steps out the paddock.
So I'll show that's what that was. It's not first down. It's actually second down. It's actually second down because it was first and long because of the penalty. So, yes, apologies. I saw the sticker went, he's going to get the first down here, but I was wrong. So
okay, second down and 9 yards to get for the Queenslanders.
Yeah, and they've changed.
They're still coming to the line with some intensity, the Queenslanders. They're ready to put some more points on if they can.
Yeah. And look,
there's that slow developing play again.
Yeah. And Dan Pearson's is it? No, that's
flag on the play, possibly a block in the back, I'm thinking.
Yep. I reckon if that's a block in the back, you'd decline that penalty, Mike, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd be declining that at this point.
Yeah, so look, it's that was a pretty. Get the replay here. That was actually that looked like a counter trace. So you see the guard and they're pulling out. They couldn't get the kick out. Number 21 comes up there to make a really good play here.
Totally bonehead. Number 20. I don't even know what number that is. 89.
Yeah, it was Corcutt, the tight end. He really didn't need to make that block, did he? So, and look, it's No, so that was a counter trace. So what a counter trace is, where you're moving at, they're pulling. I didn't see if they had a counter action there, but they pulled the guard and the tackle around from the other side there. And number 21 there, Josh McCarthy, came up and made a pretty good tackle from the safety spot.
Yeah, I can't say I've never been so superstitious. I think you go out there, you play hard. If you're having a bad day, well, then that's good. You get a couple of bad plays out of the way, and then you go forward. If you get them out of the way early, there's no reason they should continue.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But as you get older, you realise that. Stokes, he's going to take off for a run here. He steps inside linebacker. He's into the secondary, and he's just got it back. It's now second down. He's just made it third and short here. Oh, there's a late penalty here. So it looks like Martin
very
Ballada.
late. I have a feeling that's going to be a bit of stupidity on the New South Welshman. Something that is going to be declined.
Yeah, so it's there. And it looks like that could have... we lost it there. So it looks like Martin Ballada was on the ground and number 66 there for Queensland, which is... it's another angle will be good. That's number 66 was Andrew Davis was lying on him, so we'll get the wider angle here. Let's see what happens here. Ballada's down there. Davis is lying on him, so Ballada's not really liking that. So it looks like, as the camera's fanned away, Martin Ballada's had a shot at him, but that being said, I understood that's technically a holding penalty if the lineman lies on him and doesn't give him an opportunity to get up. Yeah. You're allowed to pancake someone, but you can't just roll around and lay on him. Yeah, so something's happened after the camera's panned away there. So, well, that's Queensland first down.
The ball moves way first down. The ball on the 21, first down and 10 for the Sun Devils. Looking long.
Stokes.
Short.
Dropped by Holiday Miller.
Once again, that was great. That was great quarterbacking. He looked left, he looked right. Neither were open. Both were covered beautifully by the Wolfpack boys, and went to his safety valve. I didn't even see if he caught that.
No, he dropped it cold.
So if he caught that, I think there was some yards to be made.
There. Look, I get the feeling, I think Stokes is a little bit nervous in the pocket there. I thought he could have hung in there, because New South Wales got a bit of a push, but they're all covered up there. So I just think he gets a bit, like when he gets someone at his feet, he gets a bit nervous and wants to run. So
I think to quote Phil Webb, one of the officials, long-standing officials, Phil Webb said your best quarterback is a 50-year-old man and an 18-year-old body.
Absolutely. Holiday Miller up the middle there. New South Wales again managed to stop that little inside zone.
Tough yards to get, but I like their foot drive. They're never stopped after the first contact.
No, Holiday Miller, that's his foot speed and his foot drive. It's outstanding. It's what makes him a great back. So,
okay, that'll bring up third down. Now 7.5 to get.
Yep. So I think you're going to get. I think they'll see Stokes here. Maybe have another shot. New South Wales have 5 men down, so they've got 5 pass rushers here. So they're just going to pin their ears back here.
Give it a go. Did they find?
He's pulled it on the read option. The backside guy, that's Ballada there, or whoever the backside end might have been. can we have a replay of that? Because the backside end did
What
not
you'll
have
find is
contain at all.
he didn't have outside shoulder containment. He's
No,
got to get.
he-
He's got to be the deepest guy. He's got to force him
I
inside.
think-
He failed to do
Yeah,
both.
look, I think we'll see it. That was just a pretty poor play of contain on the edge here. It's the defensive end, number 58 will get the number 4. He just bites straight down on the back. You see 58 turns, next thing you know, Stokes has pulled it and gone behind him. That's just your classic read option there.
So where on a football field do you hide after doing that?
Hopefully you call a huddle and you get back in the huddle. That's about the only place you can hide there. So we don't have number 58. It's Harrison Cook there, who's actually one of the starting guards. He's been put out
Harrison
there.
Cook was it? Harrison Cook, number
yeah,
58.
Number 58, yes. So poor old that. I think he's had a pretty tough day. He's played the full game in the offensive line. So I think, you know what, I'm going to forgive him. His coaches might not, but I will. Back shoulder fade there. Goal to best there. That was
Great coverage. Absolutely fantastic coverage by. Is that Benny Loudon over there?
That is Benny Lucas there.
Lucas,
Benny Lucas is giving away a good 3-4 inches there, and he just managed. Yeah, he just managed to battle in there. So you see here, Benny Lucas got press coverage here. He managed to keep his feet, gets past him, gives up. Oh, sorry, wins, flips his hips, gets around there, gets a hand. Actually got his hand on it there. So yeah, it's good press coverage. I mean, we're making a thing with Benny had one of the long touchdowns. He fell over, given the press coverage. He stopped moving his feet and letting it past him. Kept his feet moving there. Once he knew he went past his hip, he turned his shoulders, got his head back around, made a play on the ball. Pretty good play there by Benny.
He was a little slow on the uptake today, but
Crossing.
he's
Holiday
come back.
Miller, he's got some space here, but New South Wales have come up there. Mitch Kirk has come up. Well, they bounced off the tackle there. It's Holiday Miller again.
Not a
with his
hit,
ability.
wrap and grab cloth, I think is the saying, and that didn't happen on that occasion.
No.
Folks, just as we get into the last 6 minutes of this game down here in sunny Wollongong, once again I'd like to say my special thanks to James, Mandy and Luke for the wonderful job that they've done, and the team back in the office who've been putting the overlays on. They've put this telecast together in an extremely professional manner, and we greatly appreciate their efforts.
Yeah, look, it just makes you realise, I mean, just what goes on behind the scenes here when you actually sit up here in a box. You know, imagine what it's like when you think you make fun of Channel 9 and their football coverage. You think, oh, geez, all the people actually have to go to get it to that point. So, and we're nowhere near that standard. So, yeah, it's definitely a tough
Speak
job.
for yourself, Nathan.
I know.
There goes that fake option.
Benny Stokes running. That shows why he's a running quarterback. He stopped short.
That was never going to be an option. He had that ball under his arm before it even hit him.
Look, I don't know. Look, if you show him, he sort of was waving the ball around there. Like he wanted to make the pitch to Holiday Miller. Yes, we'll have a replay if that's all right. He was making the pitch here to Holiday Miller. So, look, this is the one they ran the other week. Holiday Miller's in the slot, and he actually doubles back around to take the option here. So he attacks the edge there. He gets past the first guy, and it's the corner. And
it was never going anywhere. He was scoring that all himself.
That was Tuiulu, Batan Tuiulu coming in across.
But what I will say to his defence, that the end, or maybe the linebacker, got in very, very quickly into the backfield.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Now look, I'm just getting a text message from a viewer at home, namely my brother Matt Long, who said he reckons Harrison Cook is in number 66, and it's Timmy Clulo who's in number 58. So to Harrison's family and friends, apologising for bagging him out on that read option. I'm not going to bag Timmy Clulo out either, because Timmy Clulo's big and I'm a wuss.
Okay, well, so are they ruling that he didn't score then?
He did not score. Yeah, he's fourth down and goal, so he didn't get in. So
Fourth and goal, 5 minutes and 3 seconds to go on the clock.
Yeah, so we just had a bit of injury time at there. Number 23 for New South Wales had to come off the field there. So that's we haven't got the number for that yet.
There's a good push.
Quarterback sneak in there. Done.
Yeah, I'm thinking assisting the runner there. There should be flags on that one.
I think it's not assisting the runner anymore. I think we realise the whole Reggie Bush incident in 2005 changed that. So it's only assisting the runner if you physically grab the runner and drag him in. They're moving up here. Yep, you know what's coming here. There we go.
Do you know what? They weren't set for a second then. That should have been a...
I think you're right there, Mike.
On the play, Miles.
I think you're right there, Mike.
They didn't set for a second. They had three people in motion moving towards the line of scrimmage.
I think Mike C is just here arguing with Miles Newman here in the officials thing, because I think Mike has a definite point here. All three backs went in motion and did not come up and did not set for a second. So yes, head coach Jason Ray might put that in his game review. Here's a 2-point conversion. He's throwing the quick out towards Bo Pitt. And he didn't make it there. So it's
I think we need one of those Winchester rifles for that duck that he threw. That's a very rare duck that's been thrown by the Queenslanders.
Have we had a correct answer to the question yet? Or
yes, there's only three correct answers. 3 correct answers, and we'll be doing that draw immediately after the telecast.
Excellent. Okay, can't wait.
Folks, 45-8 with 4 minutes 50 to go in the final quarter here. Queensland is going back to their kick.
Now, after this kick-off will be what's called it's the IFAF rules. If it's a 35-point or larger margin, it then becomes a running clock. So I think we're going to be in quick time here. So the last 4 minutes 50 of this game could be literally take. It's at 4:37, is it? So our last 4 minutes 37 seconds of this game could happen in 4 minutes 37 seconds. Off. Okay, so it's 4 minutes 50 left. Apologies. Reece Perkins with the squib kick. That's Jody Luisi here, running back for UTS. Let's see, good move there. Runs over.
Well, there's some really good, tough blocking by the New South Wales guys, gaining probably an extra 8 or 9 yards on the end of that play, simply because of the inside blocking. Wonderful to see.
Yeah, look, that was pretty good patience there by Jody Luisi there. Look, if it's a squib kick down here, usually when you get a squib kick, you say just go for it. But look at him, he waits, hesitates a bit, gets a block there from Mitch Kirk, gets a block there from Johnny Maumau, who just hits someone pretty hard. And it's
a very good block as we go back to
good block.
The live coverage.
Yeah, good block, good patient running by Jody. He resisted the temptation to stick his head down and just chuck it in there and get whatever yards he could. So, and he got an extra 5 yards out of it, I reckon.
So, Queenslanders, what's this? It started off, they looked like they were in a 2-deep cover, but I think maybe they're going to that 3-deep prevent.
Yeah. Godfrey J-Man going through the middle there.
So now's the time that the New South Welshmen can use that flood pass play that they'd been running earlier.
Yes, yeah. Look, I think Queensland, they're looking at a 4-4 defence, and look, I'll be quite honest. I've seen that 4-4 a lot from John Rowe coach teams. So the John Rowe used to coach the Astros teams back in Canberra and in New South Wales comp as well. They ran the 47 stick, which is 4 linemen, 4 linebackers, 3 defensive backs like that. So against an option, which the Astros are an option team as well, I think, yeah, it's just gets 4 guys in the box and you've got linebackers there who can take away the middle and the curl zones, but not quite the flats. So they've mistimed the counter here there, and Simpson's managed to truck up the middle there. So now, as well, we just got to make a quick note about Timmy Clulo. Someone's just let me know. Timmy. Yeah, so why he changed number 58? Yes. So he. Yeah. So here we go. 3rd down here for New South Wales.
3rd down and 5, big play. Let's see how the New South Welshmen go. Queenslanders are looking a little soft on their coverage. Maybe an opportunity for a pitch. Yep.
There's the Simpson, gets outside there.
Does he get the yards?
Oh, he's going to get the first down. I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to get the first down.
We're going to have a look at where this spot is. It looks like he might have rolled and twisted and hit his way to first down.
Yes. So here we go. Just a quick pitch out there. Good crack back there by Mitch Kirk there. Gets out there. Number 5 there for Queensland. Gets up there. Just kicks out another tackle.
He just stays alive, folks. It wasn't a play. He didn't deserve to get that first down. That was all on heart and spirit when we were talking to Coach Brundu a little earlier on. That's one of the things that he was talking about.
Yeah.
There we go. A simple lead pitch.
And, geez, Godfrey had to fight for that 0-yard gain there.
Some of those little things that the Queenslanders do well, once again, they broke down and prevented the New South Welshmen from getting outside by winning the battle to the outside shoulder containment. Once that happened, it was just a matter of Queensland players flowing to the play.
Absolutely. Look, the simple thing is when you're talking about outside contain, most teams would look to get the outside shoulder because do you want to give a player, they always say, if you can force them into a sideline, the sideline can make the tackle. That's fine, but if you get over the sideline, you're not going to take a hit. If you can get the edge and force the guy back inside, if he's going to get yards, he's going to have to earn them. He's going to get a hit. And above all else, this is a physical game, and that physical contact does take a toll on teams, and that's why teams force it back inside.
And people are allowed to make yards. They're allowed to carry the football, but if you want to tackle them, they have to pay the price.
Exactly. If you want to take the tough yards through the middle, I mean, that's most teams say that. It's like you get set the hard edge, and if they want to get yards up the middle, make them pay a price for it.
Okay, 2nd down and 11. New South Wales with the ball almost midfield. Midfield being the 45, being on a rugby league field.
Rightio. So Mitch Kirk's split way out wide here, so there's a possibility of a slant on the backside if they want to throw it, which they don't. Yep, that's That's Godfrey trying to make yards through the middle of that defence again. So
Them's tough yards there, Nathan.
yeah, that's a hard day at the office, isn't it? People don't realise. They think running backs. They say, "Oh, running backs, yeah, they're the pretty boys." But sometimes when they have to send them up the middle, they make it tough yards. Because the thing with shoulder pads come down just to the top of your chest. So if you're going in the middle, you're getting 5 or 6 guys trying to take a shot at you. The shoulder pads, if you get behind your shoulder pads, that's fine. But you've got your ribs exposed, you've got your midsection exposed, you've got your hips and back exposed. So it's a tough living.
But the other thing is too is that we've got so much protective equipment.
Oh, they got this play action pass here again.
Get rid of it.
Oh, Johnny Mau, the fullback. That's a first down there. It's going to take. It's still on his feet. Takes about 5 to bring him down.
Tremendous yards.
Yep,
I think,
good.
We've got a flag.
There's
on
a
the
flag
play
down.
There is a flag on the play.
Could this be a legal man downfield again?
I hope it's not. It's something that at this level of football, but it was a broken play.
Yeah, we're going to have a replay here, so get the fake here, Mau. Oh, I hate to say it. I think number 78 there's downfield. Yep, that's
way downfield. The players, in terms of downfield, they're
Christian
allowed
Adams.
to get 3 yards downfield without getting in trouble on a pass play.
Yep, yeah. Look, it's on that thing. If you know it's a bootleg play action, I don't know why you're going downstairs. That thing. All you do is you want to keep sliding laterally to keep. Because the longer the play goes on, the quarterback's coming out longer behind you, so you want to keep moving to the sideline to get contact on edge rushers sliding off.
I wonder if it was supposed to be a bootleg though, or whether the pressure from the backside rushed him.
Yeah, look, it was. They were down there for a pass. I think they were. That looked like a pretty deliberate call to me. That looked like that sprint out off the pitch that they ran for the big gain to Gali earlier on. So yeah, no. So
giving that running clock has kind of took us away. We've only got 30 seconds in the game. It's sort of gotten away from us. Congratulations have got to go to the Queenslanders. They have dominated the game. New South Wales stood up early, and I tell you, they certainly can take some things out of this game into the future.
Little dump off to Simpson there. And he makes 5 yards, get back to the first and 10 line of scrimmage.
Simple yards. I think it's going to be handshake time at this point.
No, they're blowing a timeout here, so I think New South Wales want one more play.
They want one more play.
They do.
Once again, make sure you join us for the post game shot. I just had word from the studio. We are going to play parts of that Odell Beckham interview. So make sure you hang around from that and announce the winners of our competition.
Got some good prizes on offer there. So yes, make sure you keep. If you've got your answers, make sure you've got them in. One last shot to get to the text message line. All right, so with New South Wales here, there's 4 seconds left on the clock here. They want one last shot here. So it's going to be... It's not going to be a fullback dive, isn't it?
We should have a competition. What play will be run?
I think the fullback dive is paying 8 to 1 at Sports Tab at the moment on live.
Well, my bet is it'll be either 3 deep coverage or quarters in the backfield. It'll be one of the two.
Yeah. From
Queensland, DPI.
Yeah,
defensive pass interference. The game can't end on a defensive penalty. So they get another play.
The other thing to watch here, they might try hook and ladder or something a bit different.
Prevent. Queensland is playing for pride of their backfield, and I tell you, they certainly have earned it today.
Their safeties are 15 yards off the ball here, in the corners about 12. So yeah, they're expecting pass here. It's a drop back pass, 7-man protection. He's got a 3-man route here. Oh, and here we go, Nakora. He's struggling. He's going to take off himself. He's going to see if he can beat the odds. Yeah, he's going to struggle there. Got some yards. And that's it.
Everybody wants to come over and congratulate him as the Queenslander. But, folks, a fantastic game here. Please hang on for our post-game show. But we'll leave you here for the time being. And the final score, Queensland Sun Devils 45, New South Wales 8. I'm Mike C. And
I'm Nathan Long. Thank you very much for having me, Mike.
We'll see you next game.
Thank you very much.